Hmm.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
Do you know I have big plans? I'm gonna get in one of those self-driving cars and go in the window, go ah the entire time. To the point where the car is gonna pull over and the operator's gonna be like, I'm watching you in Albuquerque, get out.
You mean the ones that I showed on the last stream, the boxy looking ones?
Oh yeah, scary. How's it going, Alibaba? And
I
to
am.
anyone watching, hello, and welcome to my so-called life. My name is William, and this is the House of Sewing. Alexa, thank you. That's
That's
my
too.
co-star. That's my co-star, the A word.
Well, I'm glad that you have a co-star with you.
How are you doing today, Twinny McTwin
Oh,
from the Twin
stop.
Planet?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Playing first base for the Minnesota Twins. Former star of the show, Twin Peaks.
Well, it's been a very rainy day here today, so I've had to be stuck in and sewing and cleaning. Oh, gross. But no, it's been a great day. Been a great day.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
So
I've
made a
been
lot of
getting
food, cleaned. Now I'm hanging out with you.
awesome.
Do it.
Awesome.
Hi, Katie.
I'm itching. Do you know, right off the bat, I'm gonna call out YouTube. YouTube would not let me use Pee Wee Herman as a thumbnail.
I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
Every time I go to Vegas, I use Pee Wee Herman or something from Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure, and they
Mhm.
wouldn't let me use the thumbnail. Hello, Katie. Hello. Patty G, welcome.
Hi, Ollie.
Yay, Sydney, great to see you.
Oh,
Great
hello,
to see you.
hello. Why am I not seeing anybody? Oh, hi, Mona.
Yay, Mona. Hello. Great to
Gotta get
see
this on
you.
straight.
I need to take my glasses off. I'm trying to be cool.
You can be cool and I'll wear mascara.
Hello, everybody. I've been at Pam. Hello. Yay.
Hi.
I am slowly getting ready for my trip to Vegas. And
Nice.
you're not hallucinating. Oh, you know what? It's always switched. So I was shaving and I messed up. I did. And this happened. I freed the chin. I brought the chin back. I
Doesn't he
need
look handsome, everyone?
I
Y'all
need
just
to
tell
get
him
a
that. Go ahead.
I need to get a
Tell him in the
tan
comment.
anyways. So I'm back from the alternate universe. Has anybody seen or heard anything? You know, in Star Trek, they had the beard, when
Yeah.
he come back.
Well, hi, I'm Jess. I'm your twin. I live in North Carolina.
We know
Sometimes we hang out together.
you're
Sometimes we just,
you're well known. You're well known. Is that lemons? Yes, those are lemons. And I need to finish that coat this evening
yeah.
because I need something to show off while I'm in Las Vegas.
Thank you, Mona. When he starts saying my whole government name, I have to put it on.
Absolutely loved your long arm video earlier today.
Oh, that's like the
Yay.
longest you have ever made, but thank you. Thank you. I thought it was too long. Like, I was trying to figure out what I could take out of it because I didn't think anyone would really. I'm like, it's 35 minutes. But everything's in there. Everything. So it was fun making it. And I wasn't going to do it. But then I got the fear of long arming back underneath, like away from me. And then Mona mentioned it to me the other day. And I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Ah.
So now I'm going to get William to make me like a laser setup so I can hook up a laser on the back of it and put like one of those tables underneath it so I can quilt it from behind. I think that'd be amazing. You hear that, William?
I
Yes.
actually have a really early prototype of a laser level. You could literally just put it on the machine. We could make this happen. It's state of the art for like 2016. Thank you, Alibaba. Thank you.
Isn't he handsome? Just go ahead and say it, y'all.
No, I messed up shaving because I was trying to even it out and I hit the point of no return.
Do you have I never did ask you, do you have like clippers, like buzzers look like clippers?
That's where it all started. I had it on the number 8 guard. and I took a lot of it off. And then I went to the number 7 and I'm like, I don't like this. And I went to 6 and I'm like, uh-oh.
Okay.
But I shave down once a year. So this is my once a year. And
How
with
long did it take you to grow out the other one? What, since
what
January?
it's the longest I've ever let my beard go ever in the history of William ever.
Because I have a picture of us and you kind of had something going on, but it definitely wasn't long enough. And I don't think you shaved when I saw you again in March.
I didn't start
Like you trim it, but you don't.
I
Shit.
didn't start growing a beard until COVID. So I was like, what's the point of leaving the house? And I just sat there and I got my Yosemite Sam. But that's okay. It'll be back in a week. The line is there. It's still, you know what? Nothing proves how gray my beard is more than when I completely shave it off and there's just the hair underneath. It's so gray. It is so gray.
Well, I like it.
Good time for the shave. I'm like Encino Man. They shave me once a year.
Yeah.
All right. Besides my dated 90s movie references, how's your day going?
Oh, I mean, it's going. It's going. I had a couple things happen going on today and then got those underneath my belt. And so I have a couple more things planned tomorrow that I can't talk about yet, but it'll be fine.
I overpack.
Do you? Do you?
I'm prepared for the man. I hope I'm ready for a snowstorm.
Question. How many black t-shirts do you have packed?
So
Just
many
short sleeve.
that I'm convinced I just didn't feel like hanging them up.
Okay, jeans.
Almost. See, okay, here's the thing. I wear this color, okay? And I have a rotation of like
You have darker ones too.
well, it's hard to match denim. I own like 6 pairs of the exact same color denim.
All right. Let's see. So we
I
have
just kind of wrote. So I put like 3 or 4. Another problem last night. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna lie to myself. I pulled out my big luggage.
I told you to because I was just like, you got to put everything in there. Everything.
The big one, I can get crazy. The big one, I can get crazy and pack that thing.
So you won't be back until Sunday. Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm coming back. I won't be doing a Friday stream. I need a break.
Yeah.
I need a break before I run out in the street screaming. So I probably won't come back until Saturday. I'm gonna do a Saturday stream. I'm gonna do my groggy. What's that?
Oh, I was gonna say into all of those. I'm not going to Vegas this time. I'm gonna stay in North Carolina. This is my true background. Look at I'm touching things. Well, last time you went.
Ollie, I'm so sorry your plans were ruined.
Oh, he's frumpy and grumpy. Ollie,
no one believes you. No one believes you.
Is this why you had donuts earlier today? I saw it on Phoenix's stream. You had lots of carbs and sugar. He did.
No, I was eating.
He did.
Oh, I was eating when I was in Phoenix's stream. Where did I go? I have to look down to see the cup I had. Where did I go? Oh, I went to Del Taco. Del Taco is the only place where you can get fast food style a burger and a taco, and it's still not $45.
Interesting.
I said that, and their prices gone up. They're like, "Oh, last place, let's go, raise the prices." One of the reasons I'm griping about overpacking is that I have to bring all this back in the house.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about traveling is like I can take it all out, put it all in the car, but bringing it back in because I have to wash everything.
Oh, this came in the mail today. So my green Captain Kirk shirt is gonna happen. So that'll be a project when I come back.
I'm looking forward to that.
I had to make it authentic, you know. If
Mhm.
I'm gonna show chest with that giant V, I at least have to make it authentic.
You gonna shave your chest too?
I am not one of those people. Like if I stood back here, I'm not hairy. I'm
Okay.
not a hairy person. Look at my arms.
Yeah,
I'm not a hairy
you're not
person.
hairy. I just
And
wanna make
and
sure, you know.
and you know this. I haven't had hair on my head since there was a 19 in front of the year.
I speak for the girls, the women in this group. I just say everything that they wanna say. Hi, Terry.
Hey, Derry. Hello, hello. Great to see you. Great to see you. You know, I was trying not to talk about food. I used to be addicted to McDonald's apple pies.
Oh,
Addicted.
before or after they changed them?
Which
Or
ones were the
did it matter?
sugary ones? Which ones were the sugary ones?
The one before, and then they put the lattice work on top?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Mm.
I shaved, Terry. I shaved. I
Isn't he
messed up, and so
cute, Terry? He's cute. Go ahead and
I'm
say it.
back. I'm back from the alternate universe. Hello, hello. Whenever anyone now, when anyone cards me, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, thank you. Look at my ID. I'm older than your parents."
Yes.
That was the whole reason why I started growing facial hair in the first place. Because the older I got, the more I got carded. But I really don't do nefarious activities where I have to show my ID.
Does your
Ah,
ID you're cleanly shaved on your ID, right?
yes, because I'm telling you, before COVID, I just would always be clean shaven.
Mhm.
Yay! Hello, hello. I'm addicted, Mona. I'm addicted to those pies.
I wonder what the price is now because they used to be 2 for a dollar. I bet it's like 2 for a buck 50, almost $2. It's probably 2 like a dollar a piece now, I guarantee it.
It depends on where you are. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Even in California, the more east I go, the cheaper things are.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Wow. Well,
I
I
was
guess because
talking.
you're getting away from the cities.
Well, it's also these small towns.
Mhm.
No one's got money when there's 5,000 people in the town,
True.
or that same dollar's getting passed around. Hey, Tasha, hello, hello.
Hi,
I
Tasha.
miss
Hi,
old time.
Sheila.
I tried not to bring up food in the first. We've been here 13 minutes and I'm already talking about food.
It was my fault. I
It's
brought
okay.
up the fact that Ollie had a grumpy day and then he had donuts. It's my fault.
I never go. Okay, so this is another part of my dilemma. I'm like, when I travel, I live off of fast food and I go to the Goodwill. Both places have priced themselves to outer space. Money's
Mhm.
not the issue, but I'm not going to spend $17 for every meal.
No.
I miss the days when you could go to a fast food place and order everything off the dollar menu and a
Mhm.
large drink.
Well, here they have where you can get, like, a double cheeseburger, 4 nuggets, a small fry, and a drink for $5.
Hey, Tasha, I wish everything is like $17 here for a
Mm.
combo.
Oh.
You're waking my appetite. I would like an apple pie or chips. I'm gonna be
Oh,
traveling after the stream. I'm gonna get in my car and I'm heading east. I'm just heading east.
pennies on 15,
Don't tell people where I live.
on 35, on 10, on 6, on I
No,
don't
the
know.
15 that does connect.
That's what connects
No, it connects
well, they all know that you
Mojave.
live in Los Angeles
It
area.
it connects Mojave um with Barstow. And I know
Yeah.
it's Barstow because we looked it up 20 minutes ago.
Yes. Yes. Oh, you're gonna have
Right there, the food talk always makes me hungry. I'm gonna be traveling, so I'm gonna have my food face on. That's one thing I've told myself. If anything else, if you know, When I travel by myself, I'm leaving the house with a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
So if the prices are too high, if I'm not feeling goodwill, I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go eat.
I think I'm gonna wear my tiara the next time I'm in Vegas with you.
You wouldn't
Like,
be the only.
you
You would not be
know,
alone if you wore that in Vegas. You would not be alone at all.
I was
Matter of
just like,
fact,
hello.
you could. It is getting snacky. It's crazy if you're not wearing a tiara. I'm full.
I
I always try to eat before my stream, Mona. I try.
Oh, I see that Terry put pretzels on there. Are you gonna go to New York and get pretzels? You know you
I'm
want
gonna
'em.
try to find a place like that I can sit down in that's not like a casino.
Mhm.
Because when I typed in pretzel in Las Vegas, 40 places
I
popped
bet.
up.
I mean, there's 72 McDonald's. Why wouldn't there be 40 places for pretzels?
It still makes me laugh that you're like, why does this exist? You were shocked on how many McDonald's were there.
I was. So here in Raleigh and Durham, that's how I know where everything is because I worked at McDonald's for so long and I would go from McDonald's to McDonald's. And so when I gave directions to places, I always go, "Oh, do you know where the McDonald's is on?" And then I would give directions from there. So,
I have popcorn issues, Tasha. I grew up in a house where we had the popcorn pot. It was that one pot that we were just kidding. It was black on the outside, but the best popcorn on earth
you
always
shook
came.
it until it
Oh,
blew
I
up.
missed that. That's part of.
Yes.
I remember being eye to eye
Yeah.
with the stove, just shaking.
Yeah.
I love popcorn.
I
I
didn't
love
like the
fries.
noise it made, like, with the
Why?
pan on top of the eye or the
The ding, 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 ding.
yeah, I didn't
Oh, I
like that.
love that noise.
No, 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 the pan rubbing against the stove.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
I don't like that noise, but when that popcorn started popping, I was like, "Yeah," and I started shaking it harder.
And that's another thing. Like, there's a bunch of I love Thai food. There's a bunch of really affordable Thai food restaurants in Vegas. They haven't got the memo yet that they can up their price. And it's so sad. I called today. So I know the place that I usually go to. I
Yes.
know that they have not changed their price.
You need to eat a spring roll, please, for me. Yes. Thank you.
I'm going, you know what? For all the fluff, I'm going for business. I
Mhm.
have an agenda. I want to see if this whole Goodwill thing is true
Mhm.
because people are saying, oh, the Goodwill's pricing itself out. I live in Southern California where they now charge $9-10 for a t shirt. Like if it's a Kenmore sewing machine, I'm not kidding you. It used to be $15. They now want 45 to 50.
I think it's crazy.
My son still does the Jiffy Pop thing.
What about the air popper? Did you have
Oh,
one of those too?
I remember that air popper era.
I still have one. Like, it's living in my pantry saying, "Just take me out. Pop
Oh,
me."
now I'm craving. All right, I gotta add it to my list. You're just gonna see me walking around with Vegas, just eating food.
Oh, no, he's gonna get his lengua too. We're gonna find him a spot.
Roll, not tongue thing. I'm addicted to lengua. I love lengua. Have you seen my short video making a lucha libre patch on a 15 needle embroidery machine? I know Jess saw it. It already has. No, I have to check that out, Ron. YouTube. How's it going, Ron? Great to see you.
Should I
Great
just
to see
tag you in stuff that I see?
you. Sure.
Okay. Well, I just don't wanna overwhelm you and go, "Oh, here
No,
comes another text from Jess again."
honestly, I'm subscribed to everyone.
Yeah, I know. You have a lot of
I'm
people.
subscribed to everyone. So YouTube, sometimes it doesn't send me the notifications.
You guys, sometimes he doesn't see my stuff either, so I'm okay with it. I've learned to live. Just kidding. You see my stuff.
Whatever.
I think it has, like, automatically, like, to the front of the line.
Great to see you, Ron. Great to see you. I think of Scream movie. When I think of Jiffy Pop, the first one, I loved the first Scream movie. And the second one too. But that was my era.
Good to see you, Ron. Good to see you. Here, I'll go ahead and send it to you. I don't want to forget. You have to see it.
I bought a Jiffy Pop once just to show my granddaughter what it was. Terry, my son is obsessed with those things, but he burns popcorn. So the smell of burnt popcorn drives me crazy. Ron, how do I find your channel? I want to see. Yeah. Everybody, please go click on Ron's channel.
Here, I'll throw it in this. I'll throw it in the chat, y'all.
Awesome.
Give me a second.
Awesome. I keep on looking at myself and I'm like, who's that guy? Who is that guy? I had to free the chin.
Here, I'll go right to the short that he made yesterday, so you guys can just click on that and then get to his channel. So.
Oh, it's perfect.
I know.
My giant beard was obstructing my hat. Hey, Linda, hello.
It was not obstructing your hat. Your chin's down here. The hat's up here.
You want me to look like I'm in the Minnesota Regulars? I know.
I wouldn't mind. Just saying.
How's it going, Linda? Great to see you.
Oh, Terry, we're on the same wavelength, girl. We got it together.
I'm ready for a vacation, though. Summer came right on time. I'm not kidding you. I was this close to just running down the street. I need a break.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, like, if everything's overpriced, if everything is crazy priced, I'm gonna go into Disneyland mode where I just start eating food. Because every time I go to Disneyland, I'm like, well, I'm here. I'm gonna eat everything inside. I'm gonna spend $700 on food today. No, I'm kidding. I only spent like $300. Great to see everybody.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. Or as Will says, hello. Yay. Oh, this always gets me so hyped up for my trips. Every time I do this before I stream, I pull up to Vegas like, rah!
You didn't do that with me.
Hello, Katie.
You're showing me everything. So
I was your intergalactic tour guide.
You were.
On your left is great to see you, Katie. Great to see you. Yay. I'm always in the jar. I'm always in the chats. I'm excited. I even have my, hey, Arlie, how's it going? Great to see you. I really need to start working up. Well, it's still early. I need to work on my project, though.
Yeah.
Have you?
You'll get it
great
done.
To see you, Arlie. Have you ever traveled with a sewing machine? Like brought one with you?
When we put one in the back of your car from the Goodwill before I left.
On my first couple of trips to Vegas, I would bring a sewing machine with me just in case.
In case you got bored or something?
Have sewing machine will travel.
Oh.
Just in case I got drafted. You never know. I could be walking down the street and this guy would be like, hey.
I need the sewn on.
Hey,
I can't live without it.
I need 45 caftans right now. No explanation. I got you. I got my sewing machine. I'm ready.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? With a serger in like 3 hours, I could wow you.
So are you really looking for like that the hockey team, like someone from the hockey team kind of notices you and your sewing stuff and go, will you put names on the back of our jerseys for us?
I'm thinking about leaving. I like driving at night, Terry. Once I saw the guy who works for the Los Angeles Kings, the sewist for the Kings gets paid $100,000 a year. And I don't even think he travels with the team.
Probably doesn't.
Hey, Paranormal. Hello.
Hi, Nick. How are you doing tonight?
Great to see you. So once I found out how much money, and they're literally just putting cross stitches because those patches come plain, and those cross stitches that you see on the jerseys,
Yeah.
the sewist actually does that.
So okay. So when I look on the opposite side and it's just like that little zigzag, that's all he does.
That's all they get the patch, and all they do is zigzag it firmly across the chest of the jersey. You could do that 32 times. I would be like, they would be like, William, please stop making jerseys. Please. Please.
No, I'll be like, you go ahead and make your jersey. I'm like, would you like something to eat? I can bring you something.
Imagine getting paid $100,000 just to sew LA Kings on something.
I just want you to bring me to a couple games.
I'm not kidding you. Ever since, and there's a long line, I'll probably never get picked even for a tryout. I apply every single year. I apply for the Kings, the Dodgers, the Ducks every year.
So there's like a job opening that just pops up every year?
You can go on their website. I'm shameless. I send them videos and stuff.
Because I was like,
I'm shameless.
this is my YouTube channel. Tell me you come with this huge entourage too. I mean, look at us.
Oh yeah. The Dodgers, I'll never, ever get that gig. But that'd be cool to work for the Angels. That'd be cool. I would drive to Anaheim.
We're not gonna bring ourselves down to the next level. We're gonna stay at that Dodgers level, okay? Dodgers, Freddie Freeman's there.
Well, you know, when your team's winning, okay. I used to go to Kings games all the time. I would go for like $15, $20.
Yeah.
Man, this is when we weren't even making the playoffs. Like we were stinky for a long time. When they started winning, all of a sudden you couldn't even get in the parking lot for under $100.
Yeah. This is crazy. Happened. When you said that you came in park for $100, I was like, no, sir. Nope.
That's why in Vegas, at the stadium, they were like, parking. The guy looked at me. He's like, parking's $30. I was, ha. I laughed.
I thought that was expensive too, and I was just like,
I laughed like a villain. $100.
I was about to like pull out my card and go, here, I'll pay for it.
No, anywhere near. If you park anywhere near any stadium in Los Angeles, it's $100.
I wonder if the price goes up when it's a game day, though.
No.
That's my next. That was my next question. Like seriously, like a game day, because it wasn't a game day. We didn't go on game day.
No, I know, but no, if it's a flat rate, it's a flat rate. If it's $100, like if you park anywhere near any of the new stadiums, it's the same way.
Well, I'm looking forward to his and her jerseys.
You know, I have a question though. If you move and you go to games all the time in a certain town, do you have to support the team?
I mean,
because after a while, you're a fan because you're there.
Yeah, I would probably wear like, okay, if I move to Florida, all right, let's just say I moved to Florida, and the Canes came to Florida, I would wear my Canes jersey too. I wouldn't wear like the new Florida jersey, but I would eventually probably, if I went and the Canes weren't playing them, I'd probably wear a Florida jersey.
In the year the Diamondbacks won, hold on, my bat phone's going off.
Get it going. Oh, let's see, where did he leave off? But Nick's saying hi to everyone. But so anyway, he's on his way to Vegas. I think that he should take pictures like everywhere. And he's going to finish. I should point that way. The lemon jacket. I still think he should bring that. He made it in January, but the green jacket that I wanted so bad with the floral, I still think he should bring that too. I think that would be. Oh, I don't ever see enough pictures of that jacket, so that's why I want. You know, bring that hiding.
That's when I was abducted by aliens and started the great jacket palooza of 2025.
You were on a cape kick before then, and then all of a sudden you started the jackets. So
I sew how I feel.
I
I
know.
wake up and
But I was going through your shorts today and I'm looking, I'm like, how did I never notice this jacket before? Like I sent you a message on it.
oh, I saw that. I think it's because I didn't realize the first video I posted of that was blocked, and I didn't
Oh,
realize it
because it's
because
like
of the
I know that
song.
I liked a bunch of your shorts, and all of a sudden I'm like, I've never seen this before. This is during the Jessica. I call this a Jessica era because I'm here. But it's just anything pre Jessica, I was like, but I'll watch it and stuff like that. But I'm like, how did I not like that during the Jessica era?
I've had hardcore issues with copyright strikes. YouTube
Mm,
does not like my taste in music. That's why I play a lot of like Shalimar and stuff. I
yeah,
listen to a lot of Faith No More. Like I am
yeah.
stuck in 1989 to 1990s metal. Like I am stuck there. Anything I put out, it's copyright strike, copyright.
I thought my kids were singing Faith No More the other day. I thought Emma was singing it. I was like, what? Hold on. Like I had to pull it up. It sounded just like it.
I'm still posting going live at usual times. You know where to find me. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Everybody should definitely go check out Paranormal.
Mhm.
Our long skirts. Okay. So this is debatable where I live. I live in a place of like we have a lot of compounds here. So long skirts are real popular where I live.
Long skirts are in, Mona. Mini skirts are out unless you're like under 21.
Or you're going to a
So,
London nightclub.
yeah. So, yeah, depends on, but
Oh, I'm
no,
starting
long
to just
skirts
start
are in.
sewing.
Long skirts are in.
Oh, that's hilarious.
All my skirts are like knee and lower. I do have a couple that are like a little bit above, but no.
Twin, are you showing ankle?
I do show ankle. I show more ankle than you do.
I show socks. That's what you see. You know
Yeah.
what? I have a
No,
weird.
I've seen your he's shown me his pasty leg. He's white. Oh, sorry, yellow. He calls himself yellow.
It
He's
is a
white.
different
He is
color.
white.
It is a complete.
Oh,
Why are
oh.
you telling secrets? I am blotchy, okay?
I'm
I'm like
I'm
I
whiter than
got
you are.
different colors.
Oh my word.
I
Oh my
have
word.
like
Like
5 different colors.
if I was to like show you just like oh, I'm white. I am white. I am so transparent. I can blind you. I
When
am
is
white.
there ever a time where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna show some leg right now? Never, not
Never.
never in the land of ever. I'm gonna
Never.
go like watch. You're gonna see in a video, you're gonna see some viral video. They're gonna be like, did that guy just walk by in a 1920s bathing suit with the full straps and a t-shirt on, a long sleeve t-shirt
Yes.
with socks?
William. Oh, William.
Yes.
Maybe. Oh, good. I'm glad that you haven't since you were in 30s and 40s.
Oh,
But
that's
still,
awesome.
maybe you were trying to find a man. Were you trying to find a man at the time? Got your thing going on, Mona?
And I want to know whose legs are matching. Even this time of year, most people's legs are not matching.
Those pants. Oh, no, mine. Oh, no, 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 no. Well,
I
I have to wear shorts, but I have a distinct like short line. It's probably like 4 inches from my pelvis, but it's just from like 4 inches of my pelvis down. I'm tan. My legs are tan, like my hands.
my
Yes.
my like from here, I'm the same color on my face and my arms, and that's it. That's it.
But my stomach, man, it's like this. It's like glow in the dark, like the moon can bounce. I
And
am
that's
white. Oh, Katie says she's glowing. I didn't even read
and
that. She's
Mona
glowing.
as well. Hey, Christina. Hello, hello.
Oh, hi,
Great
Christina.
to see you.
How are you over there across the pond?
You know what? I think Twin was just shocked when I showed her my legs, and she was like, "Oh, it really is a different." This
It really was. I can't remember what we were doing.
no, I just was like, "You want to see a white leg?"
That's
And
pretty
it's
much
a
what it.
completely different color.
Yeah.
But I'm not out here to. I just
Yes,
realized the
goatee's gone.
goatee is gone. I did. I shaved. I did.
Doesn't he look good though? With or without it? I, I ain't gonna lie.
It's my once a year shave down. Once a year, I shave this thing down. Plus, I'm not kidding you. This thing was getting long. It looked like I was gonna go march with custard.
When you were brushing it yesterday after or 2 days ago after the live, I was like, wow, he's really. It
This
was
thing
like,
was down. I was down to here, and I made a mistake, and I was like, "Oh, I could solve it in 2 seconds." Zoop, zoop, zoop. I took it
so
right off.
I'm not saying I'm a professional, but I'm really good with the clippers. So if I'm ever around, who is Twin? Oh,
Twin is Twinny McTwin over here. My twin. See
yeah.
now we really are twins. See the resemblance.
Oh, it's just that
Oh,
you need blue eyes. We're gonna pop
they're
in
hidden. I have
contact.
blue rings that are hidden under the deep dark black rings that are my eye. My
You
eyes are
do have dark eyes.
they're so brown you can't see my pupil.
No, you're
I think
true.
that's cool. I think that's cool. But like people look at me and they're like, I legitimately cannot see your pupil. It trips some people out because my eyes appear to be blacked out, but they're just really dark brown.
Mhm. I didn't put Twin as my name. I'm gonna go ahead and change that. I think I'm so blessed by Jess today.
I should really listen if I can. Awesome. I'm doing fine with. Oh, I can't sleep at night. That's why I'm driving. That's why I'm driving tonight too, because like I don't do anything but sew at night. I hang out here and sew.
No, Ollie, that is correct.
Oh, now I wear my
My
sunglasses
sunglasses
at
at
night
night.
so I can unwind. I was hoping you'd grow this easy. Do you know what it is? Do you know what I'm telling you? For the past like 4 months, every time I see my mom, she's like, I love you. Your beard's disgusting. Or she'll just randomly, like, we'll be in a meeting and she's like, yeah, next on the agenda is shaving. Who here hasn't shaved in the past 6 months?
Has she seen your face?
Oh, I purposely walked over and didn't say anything. And I got that, what are you doing? Because I was just like, she's like, what is wrong with you?
Do you notice, Mom?
And then she had that moment of, oh, I'm Captain Obvious. I came over
Yeah.
like, no, because it like I wasn't trying to do it like on purpose, but
No.
you know, there's an old saying. I use it in woodworking, and I apply it to my life. If you can't fight it, feature it. I messed up on my beard. I was like, nope, I'm bringing the chin back.
So when I first popped on the stream with him before we got on today, he was in his little, like, all I could see was his little avatar dude. I'm just like, oh, okay. So it's like we're just talking. He goes, I got something to show you. He goes, something happened. And then he popped in and I was like, oh. I'm like, oh, I can see your dimples now. So I thought you were telling a story about twin. It confused me. Yes. So I do have a twin. Yes. She's in New York, which I've texted her. Do you think she texts me back? So if you're watching this, Miss Robinson. Hmm, hmm.
Oh, Lori. Oh, there's Lori. Hey, Lori, great to see you. Sometimes I miss Lori because it's the same color as Alibaba.
Oh.
And I should be
Um,
wearing my glasses, but I can't contain the chin.
Christina, I'm glad that you're finding this a great entertainment. That is what we're here for.
I'm so excited though with my Starfleet patch. I'm gonna make my green Captain Kirk shirt.
I'm surprised you don't have your fabric out right now.
I have to finish this project.
I know you do. Yeah.
I have two speeds. Either I've made 15 coats in 2 days or procrastination. There is no in between.
I looked up a lot of Edwardian shirts today, by the way, Ollie. Look, I said it correctly. And Mary Poppins things. So I'm really looking forward to making my Mary Poppins outfit. Yes.
I got in a fight with my clippers and lost, Lori.
Mm.
With my
I'll just wait until Kilroy gets here. Then it'll start. Should we call him? Kilroy, where are you? I don't know. Is there a game on? Maybe that's what he's watching. What is it? It's Wednesday. Does he usually come on Wednesdays? I can't remember.
Schedules change,
Yeah.
I'm not
Ooh, Untrackable's back.
Hey, Untrackable. Hello.
All the love. Well, all the love to you too.
I have to take my boot off. So, fun fact, I can't drive with my boots on because I'm pushing down on the accelerator and the gas at the same time.
Mm.
And I can't sew with my boot on either.
Well, don't break my machine.
I wear my sunglasses at night stuck in my head right now. Hey, how's it going?
So Untrackable, are we winning the hockey game? I haven't looked, and
it was 2-0 when last time we looked. That's
yeah.
right.
Oh no.
Oh, they came back? What's the score?
It's 3-2 Florida. And there's 4 minutes left.
Ooh, hey, there's 4 minutes. There's 4. Keep hope alive. Come on.
But if we don't win, it's over with.
We all know. Come on, coach. Don't make me start getting all coach on you, coach. It's not over. It's not over until it's over.
Not over. Okay, I got to keep up. Okay, I'm going to keep the screen on so I can see it.
And some of the donate pile. Good to have them off the list. I need a donate pile, but I need to get a donate pile and then drive to a state that I don't go to all the time, like New Mexico or Utah. Or
I'll take anything.
If you need help, I have several things I can help. Oh, awesome.
We can talk.
I hope you're all stepping on gas and accelerate. No, I'm stepping on, I'm sorry, the gas and the brake at the same time.
At least it doesn't have a clutch to it. Can you imagine him doing all three?
I only ever sew by hand. When I'm bringing a lot of hand sewing with me. There's a vest I need to finish. I'm bringing so much stuff with me. I travel with a caravan. I come with a tent and flags and people on horses.
You can hear him come from a mile away. Prince Ali, Ali is he, Ali above.
Yeah.
On his
carpet ride. Marching. It's okay, just the game that I'm not playing. I was like that with the Dodgers forever, and recently they've spoiled me because every year the Dodgers would lose, and I'd say the same thing. Oh, it's okay. The Kings. Every year we lose to the Oilers, and I'm just like, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, we're in the second intermission. Oh, we still have a period left to go. I just read that in the bottom of it. Okay. All right, we're still good. We're a third period team, us Canes. Yes.
Like I said,
we're going to do the surge.
You were already giving up. You're already in the parking lot going home.
Because all I saw was that we had 4 minutes left, and I just didn't look the fact that it was in the
There's
intermission.
a very famous footage of in 1988, Kurt Gibson hit a home run in Game 1 of the World Series, the Dodgers and the Oakland Athletics. There's a very famous shot of
Yes.
somebody in the parking lot when Gibby hit the home run. The person, you could see the stoplights because they were listening to it in the car. They're like, "Oh, I left the game." Don't be that person.
Yeah.
Do not be the
No,
stoplight person.
I won't. Won't be the stoplight person.
Strong as 10 regular men, definitely.
Yeah.
I had my shoe one stuck between the brake and the gas, and it was wedged in there. I went to pull it out, and my shoe came off my foot.
Ooh,
Do you
scary.
know, still to this day, I used to throw water bottles on the floor, and I'm that person who got a water bottle stuck under the freaking thing and had to physically.
They tell you not to put it right there.
I don't know why. I'm that guy.
Yeah.
It happened to me in my truck, and it happened to me in the Montero. More than
You didn't learn your lesson in the truck. You had to do it
well,
twice.
the truck was different. It was an old school, like it literally went from the back seat and rolled under.
Oh.
Oh, between Ottawa and Montreal. Awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna go visit Ollie. I know exactly where that area is.
My mom taught me to sew, and then the army made me sew my patches on. That's very biker gangs do that too. You join
So,
an MC.
were you in Fayetteville? Are you in the Fayetteville area? Because you know,
guitar show.
that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, awesome. They said in where is it? Where is that?
Where? Guitar show in Gulfleff?
To be fair, I couldn't pronounce Cahuenga until I was 40 years old. That's a street in Los Angeles, if anyone's interested. I'm sorry, that's far from me.
I am not an English major. I teach math and science. When it comes to the English language, I leave it up to my people all around me. Thank you so much.
That's one thing I love about hand sewing is that you can repair anything with patience. I made a coat still to this day. There's a coat I made. I just pieced it together. I didn't know what I was doing. I am still impressed on how it came together. That would be scary, definitely. It was it. You know what? It's do you know what's more scary? It is from a movie, and I saw one recently, and I'm like, wow, I'm not over this. I can't get behind a logging truck because of Final Destination.
Oh, I know. Oh.
Or a steel track, or when the steel bars are hanging over, I will get over.
Yeah. Whenever there's a tractor trailer, even if I'm at 95, 81, wherever I am, I have to pass it. I just can't.
Hey, quilts and chocolates. Hello, hello.
Hi, XOXO. How are you doing?
I have just this weird, and it started with the movie, but when you're face to face with it, and I've been to too many logging towns, never happened. I've never seen it happen, but when I get behind those logging trucks, I'm like, oh no, I am not going to be in this movie.
And if I'm in the country and it's like dusk, or it's like, you know, like I'm always afraid like a deer or something's going to cross the road right as I'm driving by. I'm always worried about that. So thank you, Ollie. I knew you could do it. Guelph.
So I seriously cannot be a movie star. Well, movie star just brought another one. Yay! That is amazing. Logging trucks are scary.
I'm all over the place
and
right
we've
now.
for some reason there's been a lot of trucks on the road, and I respect truckers. One time on the 10 freeway, I was in a 1983 Ford Ranger, and my tiny little lawnmower of a car in a windstorm almost got sucked under a big rig. I was trying to pass it, and because my car was so low, I basically went under it, and I was like, oh!
They have now those guides that go down so that it helps with that, I guess. And maybe like dynamic too.
I was 19, so it was 20 something years ago. when
Yeah,
that
oh my god.
happened.
I had a can
Yeah,
I
of
tell a
course.
story? My friend in high school said that if you drive close enough to a tractor trailer, you'll kind of, it's like, how NASCAR, how they ride
Mhm.
together. What am I trying to think of? But it's like, so you get that close to a tractor trailer that you can
You
kind of,
could,
like, go off
yeah,
of
you
the
catch their breeze, you catch their wind,
Yeah,
literally
there
like a
you go.
sailboat.
Yeah, and so he used to do that all the time, scared me to death when I'd ride with him. I'm surprised I'm still alive. Seriously, with all the guys that I used to ride with, they are dangerous. Dangerous.
When I was a little kid, my dad had a Chevy Vega, and he was doing like 100 something in this canyon, and I remember thinking, I'm gonna die wearing my Boy Scout uniform. As I'm looking out the window, I'm in the back seat. My dad's just going like this. It's
Oh,
crazy when you
dad.
don't have good. When, needless to say, I only go places if I can drive.
Oh, you
I
can
know,
drive all
I'm
day long.
kidding.
I'll be the passenger
I'm
princess.
kidding. We
Mhm.
had those semis lose metal pipes on 125. See,
Yeah.
I don't want to be behind the car transport trucks. Talk about scary. Though, one of my neighbors or someone around here, they drive one, and so there's an empty one. Like it'll be at the end of my street as I make a right. As I one day I was driving and I told my son, I was like, "Should I take it?" And he looks at me, he's like, "No."
That's hilarious.
He knew exactly. I was wondering if he was paying attention. He was like, "Oh no, it's not like it's not going to end like the movies."
Thank you, Arlie. I knew it was draft after I finished my little story.
And plus, where I live, there's a lot of trees, so I'll hit an oak tree.
Hmm. Yeah, we don't need you hitting
What
any
you?
trees. Those are really tough tree like, they don't go
I
anywhere.
destroyed a Toyota Tacoma backing into an oak tree. Ripped the side off of
Mm.
a shop truck. My sister had a lead foot and was blind in one eye. I told her, I'll do my best praying in your Saturn, dear God. Don't let me die in a Saturn. It's funny. Like I always say this, it's funny because you survive. Like when I tell these stories, but at the
Yeah.
time I was like not amused. Not amused.
I'm telling you, you and I have 9 lives. Like, I don't know which life we're on right now. I hope we have a few more, but I don't really need to be
I'm
scared
like the
anymore
doctor.
to
You
death,
get
so
endless regenerations.
Oh, you are a doctor. Can you make sure
I wish
can you make sure that you put more in the card for me?
I wish
Thanks.
I could hit a button and take all of this with me on my adventures and walk out.
Hmm.
That would be a
Do you imagine yeah, if your garage just like, you could just lift it and place it somewhere else and just yeah, that'd be amazing. The room.
yeah. I would be ready for any occasion.
Oh, we just need some more cotton in there instead of tweed. Then I
I
can
just
hang
have the
out too.
Magnum PI song stuck in my head again. So,
Mm,
I had to show Twinny McTwin my chin with a theme song. So I played the Magnum PI
yeah,
theme song, which you came in
yes, you
actually at the
did.
right time because I randomly listened to that. It's in my playlist. Da-na-na-na. One of the hardest guitar riffs of the 80s.
And you always turn all your music off as soon as I get in. I was like, dude, you can listen to music while I'm around.
No, I don't want to be that guy. And I'll tell you why. Because I know a lot of musicians where you're talking to them and they're just like, bink, 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 bink. And they're just so distracted. Like, I can have a
Yeah.
conversation without music because all throughout my day, I'm listening to music. I consider
Mm,
it rude when you're like, when someone comes in and you're listening to something over them. If you guys are like, hey, we're going to listen to music, that's cool. But like, I would never
yeah.
just force something on you. I ran into a power.
Well, even when we were riding together, like when you picked me up, like we didn't really listen to music when we were
I'm
talking.
having a good time.
Yeah.
When you're just hanging out,
Yeah.
Arlie,
All
I
right.
had a
Sorry.
traumatic car accident myself. I completely understand this. I had a traumatic car accident. I told her once she was too close to the L train pillars. She cursed me out and then skimmed the. Do you know how much concrete those are made out of? Oh, I have nightmares. I don't even like right now. There's parts of the certain freeways that are going towards Mojave. They're completely redoing it because of the Olympics. So both sides have these metal. No, I'm so sorry. The concrete barriers. I don't like
Yeah.
driving on those things. I feel like I'm doing
Mm-mm.
F1.
Some of them are too close too, I feel like, together. The tractor trailers can barely get through them, I feel,
I don't even know how
personally.
they do it. Thank you
Mhm.
so much for stopping by, Mona. I will be back on Saturday.
Yeah, good night, Mona. Hey, I parallel parked for the first time today in forever.
No.
And I only needed one try, and it was raining, and I was just like, "Ooh, look at me," and I had like, I did the one arm one,
Parallel
and I
parking.
didn't even use
So
my
you
mirrors,
actually
and I didn't use my backup camera. I was like, "I got this.
So you
I got this."
actually use the actual skill of parallel parking.
Absolutely.
I'm one of those whiny people that I'm like, we're never going to use this in real life.
And then you have me.
We have we have walking trees called golden moose.
I'm afraid of those. Can you imagine if they just ran out in front
I've
of me?
never seen of all the animals I've ever seen. I've never seen anything bigger. Not in a zoo. The moose is the largest animal I've ever seen. Not in captivity.
I've never seen one in real life, only on
Still to this day,
TV.
it was just there minding its own business. That thing was the size of like 3 cars. And then she got, and then she, and then she got mad at me like I did it.
Of course she
You
did.
live right by
Yeah.
the elevator train. Oh wow, I could. Those are unforgiving. Like concrete barriers, they are
Mhm.
unforgiving. So like if you hit it, that's another thing. There's this myth. Okay, in California we have these barrels. People legitimately think that they're filled with water. They were in the 1970s and the 1980s. Now they're filled with sand.
Oh, you mean the barrels that you would hit if you like, right before the median or those little gar
We have them everywhere here.
Yes.
They used to. They used to be filled with water. It was like the movies. It really you could tell when
Yeah.
someone hit it because that stinky, nasty water was everywhere. Times are hard. Sand's cheap. Do not hit.
Well, if you have to go
What's
around
that?
and like, you have to go around and keep filling it. Yeah.
Do not hit one of those things because you will. It'll destroy your car. It's a sand bucket. It's heavier than your car than a modern car.
Mhm. Do the mountains have those, like, if a tractor trailer loses its brakes, that it has, like, one of those sand ramps that goes up
Everywhere. We call them stoppage ramps. We
everywhere?
have we have
Oh, I didn't know what they were
no, they're
legally I didn't
called
know what they were
runoff
called.
ramps. They're
Yeah.
everywhere because it's mountainous around here. So
Mm. It's so beautiful. Oh my word.
if you're going
Don't
up
even
or
play.
down, like tonight, I'm gonna pass a few, and they are walking trees. They are, and
Mhm.
especially when you're going in like California. Well, the basin that when you're going to Las Vegas, California is way higher than Las Vegas. So you're literally going down thousands of feet.
Oh, my ears popped a couple times when we were driving.
You
I
don't even
remember that.
realize it until you're driving. Yes, are they runaway lanes? Yes, I think they're called runaway lanes. I can only imagine
Yeah.
self-driving car and what it would do if a moose chased you. Don't hit the barrel. They don't move. I'm telling you. Like I don't know who's like. I watched a lot of movies in the 80s, and a lot of it are lies because those things are not. They used to be filled with water. I grew up next to a freeway. They have not been filled with water for a very long time. Those barrels will destroy your car. My bad car accident was when a guy hit me under the L train and threw me into a pillar. Good thing a week before that I had a bull bar put in the front of my car. Good gravy. Good gravy. Yes, they're the runaway lanes. They are everywhere here.
Oh, my daughter just got me really bad on a choke. Mm, mm,
How bad was
mm.
it?
Oh, it was. I walked right into
I
it.
love those are the best kind.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Oh no,
Sorry.
I'm watching it right now. So was it a handshake?
No, no. She goes, Mom, I got like this jaw issue, and it's like my jaw keeps popping. And I was on TikTok and it had like, it's called dog jaw. And she goes, Can you feel it? So I went to feel it, and she goes, rough, like right on my hand. She really got me. She played me good.
What are
She played me good. Sorry. Okay.
runaway truck ramps? I saw a semi go up one when he passed me. I've only seen videos. I've never seen one. I've only seen videos, and I've seen aftermath. On one of my Vegas videos, there was like a 10 semi pileup, and I had footage of it. I didn't catch the accident, but I drove by because I was sitting on the freeway for
Yeah.
3 hours.
There is a if you go to Lake Placid area, so you go up like Whiteface Mountain, and it's like this huge natural thing, and you have to pay like $20 a person to go up into Whiteface Mountain. That's where they skied in the Olympics. But it's like a good I don't know, it's a long time going down this hill. But at the bottom of the hill was a brakes shop because sometimes people would have problems with their brakes. And he goes, "Oh, just let me put water on your brakes." Mhm. He knew that every time that he had to cool down their brakes, he was like, "Oh, your brakes are broken. Your brakes are cracked. We have to put new rotors and everything on it." And he was well known in the area by the townspeople, like, don't ever go to his shop, but those tourists didn't know any better. So that just reminded me of it. Sorry. People that are just
There's a very famous
ugly.
gas station on the way to Vegas. Their gas prices
Mm,
were always $5 because this guy literally was the last gas station. And so he knew, and people are like, you're ripping people off. He's like, if you're stopping at my gas station, you're gonna pay my prices.
yeah.
I wonder whatever happened to that guy. That seriously, Terry, that's crazy how that happened.
It's 3-3.
Oh, see, Canes to see. I told you they still have life.
Still have 11 and a half minutes left.
Oh, that was a sneeze.
You like that joke
Oh,
so
that was a
much.
sneeze and a yeah.
Oh, God
Oh, I know.
bless
I'll be right
you.
back. That was a.
Hopefully I didn't you know, my bladder would have went if I sneezed.
Oh no, I just
Welcome to being an old
wasn't
lady.
expecting the fireworks.
Oh, but yeah, my daughter, she really got me. She's funny like that. She's still like, I got mom. I got mom. But yeah. So anyway, because I was thinking about because I'm going to New York. I figured out when I'm
Whoa!
going to New York, so we can talk about that later. Um, I'm going at the end of next month. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go for a whole week. I told my parents
In
a
this
whole week,
economy,
but when I get there, after 3 days of spending 3 days with my mom, she'll never watch this. After spending 3 days with my mom, you pretty much just want to leave. I love you, mom. Right here. But you have to, yeah. My daughters kind of hide after a while. They're like, Grandma suffocates us. I was like, yeah, she can be quite suffocating. But we'll end up going to Vermont and stuff like that.
vacations
But
are funny. Because I'm so much younger than my siblings, I loved going on vacations. My siblings hated it. Because they were taken away from their
yeah,
friends and stuff. I was like, I'm 7. Let's go on a world trip. Let's go.
yeah.
So it all depends on your age, because the older I got, I didn't want to go either. And they were just some pretty exotic
Mhm.
places, but I was like, nope, I'll sit out for the next one.
And it's just as the days get closer to June, My daughter is turning 16 next month. I'm not ready for this.
Are you gonna have a big party like those MTV shows?
I asked her. She goes, Mom, I just want to go bowling and eat pizza with you guys. I don't want any. I was like, what about your friends? All
Bowling,
this. She goes, oh, we'll do
bowling and
Thanksgiving.
pizza.
She
I
is.
would
I was
cry.
like,
I'd be like, that's amazing.
all right. She's a total introvert. Doesn't she doesn't like attention on herself. She's not like me at all. Well, I'm different on here than I am out in the world. But yeah, she just likes little things. But I already got her stuff, all her presents. She's really high maintenance, y'all. I go, what do you want? And then all of a sudden the list comes on the phone, like all this makeup stuff from like Ulta or Sephora, because it can only be from those two stores. And I'm like, I don't even buy makeup from these
Oh
places,
god.
but it's okay.
Is that like what my son? He was like, I was like, oh, what do you want? He's like, oh, I just need some weights. The kid sent me a link to like a $6,000 weight set.
Yeah. I mean, we're looking easily $500. And then she wanted like ear pods on top of that. And I was like, okay, all right, I can do that. So I bought those. I haven't gotten the makeup yet. We'll go to Sephora and we'll get a couple of things
My
together.
son's turning 16 this year. He's turning 16.
She says when we go to Sephora that I have to sit in the chair and they have to do my makeup because I don't know how to do it.
Oh man. You know what? I used to know someone that would go in there all the time. And I went in there one time and I'd always be like, they would come towards me and be like, back off. I'm here with her. Nope, back off. Back off. But there was one dude who actually gave me really good advice. And it was just skincare advice, and I do follow it. And now my face is porcelain.
I mean, look at it. So handsome. I had to do it with a nasally accent. So handsome. But yeah, it's true.
That's like when I say, in this economy.
In this economy. Tula Pink in the Connecticut block. Oh, Tula. She's been all over my feed lately. But I think it's just because the Gray Works is about to come out. And I want that wolf so bad. So my birthday's coming up, everyone. I would like the wolf. Put your monies together.
Would you say you're hungry like the wolf?
You know it. I
Go
won't
to
deny.
Sephora with a budget. Oh, so cute. Let them do that. Oh, that
Mhm.
place is expensive, though.
It is. It can be. It can be. Now she knows like when things go on sale and she likes a certain brands of things. But but Terry, she wants me to have my makeup done. And I go, girlfriend, because I have to have a winter makeup and a summer makeup. And like I need to figure out something in between because like I go from like really white. I'm not saying I'm dark, but this is as dark as I get. And I can't wear my winter makeup.
So you have a summer,
I have
a
different
winter coat,
shades.
and a summer coat. Coat.
I do.
Oh no, don't
Yeah.
you know? Sure, you betcha.
I bet you would too if you wore makeup.
It's not my wheelhouse.
I'm glad. But
I love that. I absolutely love that song.
I'll end up playing it later because it'll be stuck in my head.
There's a Doctor Who, a very hilarious Doctor Who episode where this guy finds out that they're from the future and he looks at Clara and she's like, I can't tell you the future. And he's like, I have to know. Does Duran stay together? And she just started laughing. I need to get my makeup done. I haven't worn it in so long that I don't know if I'm applying it correctly these days. Is that a thing?
Mm. Yeah. Oh, yes. My daughter says I do things wrong. I was like, "What do you mean I do things wrong?" She goes, "We don't apply blush there anymore." And I was like, "Well, I think I look good." So, unless somebody says that I'm crazy or something, I look like the crazy lady from Walmart. We have a crazy lady at Walmart. She paints different, very vibrant colors all over her face. And so when she's not there, you're like, "Where is she? What is she? Why is she gone?" Yeah, there's my local quilt shop. I just found another local quilt shop. I was really surprised, but they have last year's Tula Pink. So I don't know if they'll get the gray line when it comes out, but I really want the wolf. You did a wolf FPP. Hmm, interesting. Hi, Dre. How are you doing tonight? Welcome in. I can't hear you if
I'm
you're
talking to a
talking.
muted microphone. You should see people's face when they're like, "You know about Tula Pink?" They're shocked. I need to get eyeliner tattooed on my tremors, make eyeliner, mascara, and lipstick.
No,
I know someone
no,
who got their eyebrows tattooed, who's got eyeliner tattooed.
because that would fade after a while. I think that would look. To me, I wouldn't be pleased having eyeliner tattoo.
There was
So,
somebody who I legitimately like. I didn't notice until someone said something, but she had her eyebrows tattooed, and I never noticed until someone
mm,
said something.
yeah, there's a lady I used to work with. She had her eyebrows, her eyeliner, and her lips all tattooed. I was like, "You go, girl." That's how. But she was really pretty. But I just couldn't imagine.
I couldn't, I worked in a tattoo shop. I used to do
Yeah.
piercing. As someone who's had an opportunity to get any tattoo on earth, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't have a good excuse. I do not have any tattoos. I haven't found anything profound enough to be stuck on my body for eternity. Where are they?
It's 4 to
Oh, I thought you
3.
said you had 7 tattoos.
Oh, no. 0. You won't
I
find
was
a
gonna say
single one on me.
I can count. I can count. I thought you said you had 7 tattoos. That's why you made you big. I was like, where?
I know. How did I hide
You
them
just
from you
have
for
this
so long?
giant tramp stamper.
That's why I wear long sleeve wherever I
Ah.
go. Yeah, long sleeve, long
Who's
pants.
winning?
Yeah,
The champs? Yeah, by the look
Florida.
on your face, I could tell.
It's gross. 5 minutes
I
and
won't
50
do it.
seconds
I'd
left
be
to go.
scared of what I look like afterwards.
Mm,
The person I'm thinking of, she did always look angry, but she was that was her disposition.
mm.
It makes you permanently stuck in whatever expression your eyes are at. I'll tell you that. So if you're like this,
See
you will forever have the rock look.
see, like, I have, like I'm not saying I have hoods on my eyes, but, like, I have, like, hoods, and I was like, "Oh, I wonder if I just get a little bit of my eyes taken my, my eyelids taken off."
I would do that.
I think that would look better,
You,
so I don't have the puffy eyes when
I
I get
don't know.
old that, go over their eyes.
People where I live, plastic surgery is like, oh, I went and got plastic surgery on my lunch. I knew someone that got their eyes done. The funny thing is they were the same age, so they did it before they were like around 40, but I couldn't tell until
Yeah.
they said something.
Well, I'm getting the mommy tuck done eventually.
Dre's
Yes,
100% correct.
that's on the goal list of life.
Same here. No tattoos. Exactly. I don't know what it is. I've never found anything compelling enough, and that's not an indictment. You know, maybe one day I'll get patent pending tattooed on my on both arms. I don't know. Patent pending, or love and hate. I watched Do the Right Thing a million times as a kid. I really actually wanted that, and I'm not even saying that.
Is that on their knuckles? Because my dad has them on
I think that's
his knuckles.
crazy. They wore them
Yeah.
as they were just giant rings.
Oh, that's my dad had love and hate. I think love's on his right hand, if I remember correctly. So an eye lift. That's what. See, I don't want my eyebrows lifted. Just my eyes. Just my eyelids. Yes.
I have one on my leg. I have ever regretted it. That's the one thing. See, that's the thing. Like a long time ago, I came into the tattoo shop I worked at, and I wanted this tattoo. And the guy told me, if you feel the same way in a year, I'll give it to you for free. I didn't come back because I
Yeah.
was emotional and angry. And I'm really
Mm.
glad I didn't get that tattoo because I would have been stuck with this sentence forever. I have no idea what I would have tattooed on me. I've seen way too many bad tattoos.
Yeah.
I was 60 when I got my first tattoo. Interesting. I knew somebody would like that. I have a family member that was like that. They were later in life when they started doing a lot of things.
Are they painful? Because I mean, it's like a little needle.
And
Like just.
it all depends on your tolerance. It all depends on your tolerance. Because
I mean, I have a really high
imagine like a
tolerance.
jillion needles going at like. Have you ever had acupuncture?
No.
I never got a tattoo because
No.
I know me. I will change my mind. Same, Terry. I'm telling you, I didn't feel the same way that I did back then. Not in any way. And I'm so glad I didn't get one. I'm getting my paranormal poet tattoo to start and then build off the skull, different designs for the sleeve. That's awesome. I've seen real artwork.
Cool.
I've seen like hardcore artwork on people. Hey, Kilroy, hello.
My
I don't
signal
have any
worked,
tattoos,
Kilroy. I was calling you
but I
earlier.
don't look on it.
Kilroy, did you see his
No,
face?
I'm the same way. I don't look down on anyone that has tattoos at all. I
Yeah.
I do impulsive things, so I'm just glad I didn't get what I wanted at the time. Low tolerance here.
Oh, yeah. I have a really high pain tolerance. Like, it really takes a
Terry's like,
lot.
no, acupuncture is not the same.
There you go, William. Acupuncture's not the same. But I want somebody to hold my hand. Like, if I was to do anything like that, which I don't ever plan on doing, I would need someone to hold my hand. So, yeah. And I'll sit and hold yours too,
I
y'all.
told you I thought I
So,
was tough until my mom, she would get this procedure where she would get a shot in her eye. And I would go in the room
oh,
with her, and
oh,
she told me,
oh,
if you're so my mom told me to man up. And then she's
oh,
like, if you're so squirmy, get out of here, kid. This guy might mess up.
no, no, sir.
Yeah,
Nope.
I lasted 1.5 sessions. The second session, she kicked me
Oh,
out.
do they numb
Yeah,
your eye? Okay,
she
but
didn't even
still.
flinch.
Oh,
She
my
didn't
eyes are
even
hurting.
flinch. She didn't move. I was like, oh, screaming like a horror.
Yeah. Oh, hold my hand on that one. Oh, that too, if I ever has to happen.
And
Nope.
there's some technical term for it. There was something like she had some like something was in her eye.
Yeah. I always wanted LASIK
Wow.
because I was told that after, what, 5 years, and if your prescription doesn't change, you can have LASIK. Well, I'm on 25 years later, and it still hasn't
See,
changed,
Linda went to a professional.
but I just wear my contacts constantly.
I wonder about that. I wonder if I don't know what I would be able to do if I had if yeah, I know you impulsive things. No, I know. I if I had like 20/20 vision, what else would I have to cry about? I wouldn't have to get yelled at about not wearing my glasses.
Do they
This is
have
crazy.
LASIK for astigmatism?
I don't know. I guarantee if I went in, they would try. If I paid them, they would do anything I paid them.
I just what gets me is that sometimes your eyes get really dry afterwards. So, I don't what dry eye over contacts. Like then now I'm kind of like weighing
I
that.
have used so much Visine and eye wash that I feel like I have to use it because I feel like my
Yeah.
eyes no longer produce tears. And
Well, you're
I'm
hardcore
not
anyway,
even I've
so.
been using eye wash since the early 90s.
Mm.
And a couple years ago they took all the big name like Visine Claire's off the shelf, and they were like, "Oh, it's a recall because this particular batch may cause blindness." I didn't use eye
Oh,
drops for like 2 years after that.
yeah. Oh, it would be really hard for me to put anything in my
You know what's
eyes.
really funny, Cynthia? I have a weird tolerance. Somehow I just became super hyper aware of my eyeball just now. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Oh,
Like, and my mom's she's tougher than me, and so like she kind of laughed at me. And I was like, nope. She's like, could you get this done? I said they'd literally have to put me out 100% to poke me in the eyeball.
us New Yorkers with high tolerance.
You know what it is? I got a lot of dental work done as a child, so I have
Mhm.
PTSD of just people hanging over my face.
Mm. Oh, well, it's just like and then you feel all that pressure and everything. I mean, they numb you up really well, but it's just like you feel the pressure and you're just waiting for them to hit something,
Oh
you
my
know?
gosh,
Like,
yeah.
that's how
Oh
I
yeah.
felt when I had my 2 wisdom teeth done.
I had
Mm.
major I had kitty dentures at 7 years old. They pulled all my teeth except for my back ones.
Oh,
And then my adult teeth. All the time people are like, "Man, your teeth are so straight." It's for a reason. It's cuz they all came in together. So
that works. I've never had braces or anything, so
I wouldn't even call those braces. They literally and you know what's sad? I found them.
You
I
did
have them.
not. Why
Because
would you
my
need them?
predecessor was morbid, and I asked him because I found him while he was still around, and I said, "You do not still have these," and his excuse was, "I paid $4,000 for these in 1988. Do you know how much money? No, I'm sorry, 1989. Do you know how much money $4,000 was in 1989?"
Yeah, it was a
So I
quite a bit.
have kitty dentures. I still have them.
Okay. So, what do you plan on doing with
I'm
them?
gonna
Are they gonna go
I'm
into
gonna
the
clone
museum?
myself.
We're gonna have a mini William?
I don't know. I don't know. It was actually like I forgot about it, and then I found them again, and I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, now they're mine. I now own these. What do you do when you find something like that?
We're gonna have a mini William. Oh, I can't wait.
I've heard
I
mixed
cannot
experience.
wait.
Okay, I knew somebody who got LASIK when they were in their 70s, and we thought he was
Mm.
lying, but he had perfect vision.
Um, my dad has had, like, oh, when your eyes get cloudy, what's my eye glaucoma, right? He had those glaucoma removed from his eyes. Is that genetic? Hereditary? I
I
wonder.
hope not. Like
Because
I hope not.
I don't wanna be cloudy.
I mean, should have floss every day because now I'm not getting hard dental plaque ever again. That scraping they do with the hook. Ah!
No. Oh, no, 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 no. They have a sonic it's a, like, sonic water hose thingy, whatever, I don't know, it's like instead of the pick, it's like a water blast, and it's called sonic something, and they had to do that to the back of my wisdom teeth one day because it was, like, 5 years between going to the dentist. Like, "Everything looks great except for your wisdom teeth. Would you like us to pull them or would you like us to clean them really well?" I was like, "Oh, no, clean them. I'm not getting anything pulled."
I laughed
'Cause I didn't
because
wanna be
my mom when I was a kid, my mom had a water pick in her bathroom, and I played with it so much I was banned. I loved that
Ah,
thing. It was like a powerful water hose. I she would
yeah.
mouth.
Well, they have those now at the dentist's office, and it's just see, apparently I don't know words today, so I'm glad that you guys can all help me out. Thank you.
I hope they're not.
I'm on
I
so
hope
great.
they're not. Every single male in my family, and my son included, has blue rings around their eyes. Okay. We all have really dark eyes. My
That's
father's
true.
eyes
Yeah.
turned completely blue. We thought he was lying. We thought he went blind. We gave him every test. We made him go to the doctor. Apparently, if I live long enough, my eyes are going to turn blue.
Oh, we're definitely gonna be twins.
Apparently. And I have a heavy ring. If you shine a light, it's a fat blue ring around my eyes. We thought he was
So that means I'll be able to see your
man.
pupils someday.
I thought he was lying because every person I've ever known like
Yeah.
that has gone blind. You know, but
Yeah.
his eyes turned
I wonder
blue, like visibly blue.
I wonder what would cause him to lose the pigment in his eyes, because you're losing the
Tell you the
brown
honest
pigment.
truth, I think he was the first person that ever lived long enough to find out. Because everyone else kind of they didn't live to be as long. They didn't live. He was like he on my dad's side. I think he was the oldest male. I think he lived longer than anyone for the past like 200 or 300 years before him.
How old was
80
he?
when he passed to 80.
Alright,
They don't live.
alright, so we're gonna make it to 81. No, we're making it to 100. Y'all, we're going 3 triple
my
digits, these
hey
twins right here.
my grandmother was the youngest to die. She died under 100. She died at 99. She died 2 months before her birthday because her birthday was the same month as mine.
Well, we'll both have oxygen tanks. We'll be carrying them around.
Made it.
We did it! But I have to wait a whole 139 days before you turn 100, and then we can
Glaucoma isn't removable. It's pressure on the eye. I have a friend in her
Yeah,
70s who
thank
had a
you.
cavity. My daughter as well never had a cavity.
That's amazing.
This still trips me up. Like when the doctor said it, we all looked around. My grandmother passed away with her original teeth. And like I'm not going to. I'm gonna die like a Roman. I'm gonna have but they're like, okay, I know he had a bunch of fake teeth. I'm gonna have a wooden one right here, a silver one right here.
Alright. We are not going back to George Washington days. We do not have
In the
wooden teeth.
80s, having silver teeth was a thing here. Kids would come back from the dentist and be like, look, and they would just
Oh, the
no,
grills?
this is pre-grills when they would actually give you silver caps on your teeth. You don't
No.
remember?
What?
Man, I knew people.
I didn't have to have
I knew
those, so I don't remember that.
and it's still prevalent in Mexico, but I knew a lot of people that had silver caps.
Interesting.
Yeah, that had silver caps, so they'd smile and their whole mouth. That's where the "oh man, you brush with Tarnex" joke came from. Like they're sitting there brushing their
Yeah.
teeth with Pledge,
Mm.
like they're permanent caps.
Nope.
This was pre-grills. That would be me first 100-year-old narrator YouTuber. Most people on my grandmother's side, they lived to be well over 100. I had an aunt Teresa, she lived to be 110 years old.
That's amazing.
I have half her furniture in my
Do you have
house.
the team?
I have a table in
Mm.
my then when you walk into my kitchen, it's from 1920s Los Angeles. She bought this rando table in LA in 1920. Well, 20s. My mom
Mhm.
too. She had her teeth and she died at 84. Man, that generation took care of themselves so much better than we did. So much better. Silver caps. See, Arlie remembers silver caps and gold cap teeth too. That was in the 80s. I remember that.
Wow.
I had strict parents, so my parents were like, no.
My great-grandma Ham, she lived to be 99. And, she was, her birthday was November 11th of 1896. So, we used to talk a lot about history with all because my grandfather was in World War I or 2, 1, no, 1. her husband. And so, I don't know, we talked a lot about different little things because it's what you do when you're sitting with grandma and she's in her parlor with all the candy.
Hey, Rita.
You're you yeah, on both sides of my John genetics. Ah, lots of
See,
teeth.
lots of people have
I
silver
read it.
teeth.
Well, I guess I just didn't notice it
I
back in
know
the
a
day.
lot of people. I to the point where I asked my parents, and they were like, "No."
I'm gonna have to look at my 10-year-olds when I teach them next year and go, "All right, what's the probability of how many children have silver teeth?" And then we'll do some math problem with
If
it.
you
So,
now that you're looking, you'll notice it's one of those funny things
oh, yeah.
where it's like you don't notice every Volvo on the road until you buy one,
Oh, I
and then you
know.
buy one, and you're like,
I know.
I didn't know there were so many of these cars in my town.
I was going through Chapel Hill today, and I was like, "How many Acuras could there be on the road?" Well, there's another one. There's another one. There's another one. And Acura people, they don't have fancy waves like Jeep people do. Because I used to drive a
Even
Jeep.
like non-affiliated bikers do this on their helmet when they see other bikers. But I think it's
Yeah.
just people trying to look cool.
Yeah, us accurate people, we don't have cool waves because 'cause they're all snubby people.
Flavor Flav with the gold capped teeth. In the
Flavor
in the late
Flav.
80s, it was a thing, like how much, to have a gajillion gold chains. It was a look. And I wanted gold teeth, like actual gold or silver teeth. Hey, Christy, hello, hello.
Did you have, like, the big chains?
No,
Did you
no,
do that look
no, I
too?
had parents.
Oh,
I had
thank you.
parents. They wouldn't allow. I wanted to so bad. My mom dressed me like Polly from The Sopranos, anyways. But like, I no, my parents would allow because my dad.
She didn't give you, like, a little
No,
chain?
well, I'm allergic to everything, so I can't wear anything except
Mhm.
for real jewelry. Like
Yeah.
anything that's fake, I break out. My dad's dad was in the Civil War. That blows my mind. Wow.
I would like to thank all of the Florida fans. Congratulations. You are now going to the
Oh, they're
finals.
shaking. Oh man.
The game is now over. They won 5-3. I will now take off my jersey or my T-shirt and put it away until next
Hey,
year.
Christy. Hello, hello.
Christy, how are you
Yay,
doing?
Sheila. I've had I've had y'all on, but I'm talking to my daughter. She lives in Austin. That's awesome. They had a
Oh,
crazy hailstorm. I was watching that. That was freakish.
supposedly there were tornadoes down there today and
That was a
everything.
status thing.
So it's crazy, the weather right now.
I've never seen hail like is happening this year. I've never seen it in my life, and I've seen golf size, but I like some videos. There's chunks, literal chunks. You can't defend
Mhm.
yourself from that.
No, there's a couple, I was just happened to be on the Northway going underneath an overpass, so I slammed on my brakes and hail was coming down. So I do have a couple hail hits on my car, but I've never seen hail, so,
What? It
um,
happens
so
a
big.
lot here. It'll just be a freakish hailstorm out of nowhere.
Mhm.
You can always tell because the
It's
temperature
sleepy.
instantly drops.
Yeah. Man, I am, like, rubbing my teeth with my tongue going, "Oh, I hope you're clean. I hope you don't have any holes in them." I'm just worried about my teeth right now.
Talking about teeth, as somebody like I got a lot of work done as a kid. I know it's a touchy subject. That's why I avoid dentists. I got a lot of work done as a child.
Yeah. Oh, I go twice a year.
I take my child.
Yep.
I brush my teeth
They even ask me if they want cancer screenings
at the
now.
dentist.
Yeah, oral cancer screenings, and they'll do something, I don't know, they have, like, an extra procedure that they can do.
Oh, my poor nephew had silver crowns on every baby tooth in his mouth. I hated that my sister was horrible about dental care.
Um, But sometimes it's not even. You can have like really good dental care and still have a lot of issues.
My
My youngest had a lot of sinus issues as she was growing up, especially when she was a baby. So there's a lot of her permanent molars that don't have proper enamel on them just because of all the infections she had in her sinuses. So
we
I get
have
it.
weak
I get
teeth,
it.
at least on my dad's side. I know, like the
Yeah.
only prototype was my older brother. He really didn't smoke or drink ever. He was literally like a stand-up human. His teeth were gone by like 55, 60.
Mm,
So we just have weak teeth. Like you have to take like certain, you know, that's just one of those weird hereditary things in my family.
yeah.
That's crazy. I found I found a Boy Scout card from like 19 something. It was my grandfather's. That tripped me out. My daughter in Texas as well. She didn't mention it. Probably doesn't want to worry me. Those
Oh,
those
absolutely.
storms are crazy. Those that oh where's the remote? I hear a bunch of helicopters. Is there a high speed chase?
Hey, I'm on the phone with you.
I'm watching the hockey game. I got to put it on. See if it's a high speed chase.
I like the hockey game's over with. Hmm.
Nope, doesn't look like it. We'll go to Channel 9. They're ambulance chasers. Nope. I always know it's a high speed chase because the whole my whole house starts rumbling because it's literally like it's like 7 news choppers and they stay really high, but then the police have like 4 or 5 choppers. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so it's busy. My family has bad teeth. Genetics, exactly. My family's the same way. I had perfect teeth,
Mm.
but had to have braces. 3 long years. See, that's crazy. I had my teeth pulled, and they just kind
Um,
of. I'm lucky they grew in straight. I guess.
my daughter had 2 rounds of braces. So we had them in 4th grade, and then she had them off for, like, maybe 4 months, and then we went from round number 2 because her mouth was so narrow, they had to
That's
extend it, like, push it in.
wow.
That was wonderful. Yeah, and lots of applesauce.
Hey, I like ice cream. Soft serve. Here we go. I wonder if I go to the McDonald's by my house, if the soft serve machine is going to be working or not.
Of course it
It's
is.
around here. It's like paper rock. No, it's not you. It's worse chances. At least in paper rock scissors, you have 3 different probabilities.
You know what I really wanna do one day, ago, is I wanna get a kit, like, that I could fix the machine myself, put it in my car, and somebody just tell me it's not working. I was like, "Okay. I got you. Give me 5 minutes. I'll have it up and running." Like, I even know, like, the motherboard at the bottom, there's 2 buttons that you can take your screwdriver and connect, or 2 different, like,
Hmm.
fuses, and it just starts right up. Like, there's ways. I got people.
That's crazy, Alibaba, that a dentist detected throat
Mhm.
cancer.
Yeah. But that's what they do. They'll
Thank you so much for stopping
yeah.
by, Kilroy. I hope you feel better. I'll be back at it on Saturday.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a day off. I'm gonna go find an adventure, and
Use your
I'm still tripped out that YouTube wouldn't let me use Pee Wee Herman as my thumbnail. So that's 2
Mhm.
now. That's Sammy Sosa and Pee Wee Herman are well protected on YouTube.
Sammy
I showed
Sosa.
you the pictures of what Sammy looks like now, right? I tried to
Yeah.
put there was I eventually did use it as a thumbnail, but I had to like put it through 1,000 different filters. But I had a side by side picture of one Sammy, the old Sammy and the new Sammy. And
Mm.
YouTube, I just tried and tried and tried, but YouTube would not let me use it as a thumbnail. Yeah.
Wow.
William, try that when you live in an area where pretty much all your neighbors are officers when they're looking for someone like that is like red, blue, white lights. You know what's really funny? I actually live in a neighborhood of cops. They're the only people who can really afford to live around here after a while. There's a lot of cops, but California has different laws. Like, you we we have different laws. So we can tell the police officers, I think you smell like cheese. I have Invisalign as an adult because my teeth started to shift. You know, I've always wondered about that. That's one commercial where I'm like, I don't know. I'm down for an Invisalign. I have 3 sets of wisdom teeth. The furthest back is only half size tooth.
Like my bottom teeth are crooked a little bit, but like there's not enough room in my mouth.
You know, I was having this conversation with Isaiah yesterday. No one's perfect. I was like, go like this. One arm's longer than the other, one leg. And he sat there. He sat there with his legs. I saw him in the living room on the floor, and he's like totally trying to see if one leg was longer than the other.
It's true. One eye smaller than the other. I mean, we're not perfectly symmetrical.
No, my head is giant. Like, it is what it is, you know? 2 thumbs up for Invisalign. I was thinking about getting a whole new mouth, but then I got an assessment. Are you ready? You sitting down? I can't even show my face. Guess how much money they wanted to give me a new mouth?
I'm going to say starting $10,000.
$100,000. Over $100,000.
No.
That was just the assessment. Are you kidding me?
What are you getting? What were you getting?
Dental care in the modern era. I know somebody that got a loan that basically got $80,000 worth of work in their mouth right now. I know someone right now because they showed up at my house one day and I'm like, you have a new, they were like, hi. They were going like this. I'm like, oh, you have a new mouth. $80,000. And that's
like, what
cheap.
kind of teeth
And that's
are
like bottom of the barrel is $80,000.
Wow.
I had braces a couple of years ago because of my teeth have shifted. I was whistling with my students when I was teaching, so I decided it was time. I do that. So my teeth have shifted. I whistle. I don't even want to do it. If you mirror one side of your face and piece it together, you look like a different person. Totally, Terry. Totally. No, they want 100. They want 100,000. And I only need like half of a new mouth. And this person got $80,000 worth of work almost like 11 years ago, 12, 13 years ago.
Well, let's take care of what we got now. We don't have to worry about that.
Chris Rock told a joke and he was like, you know, I've made all these movies. I've made millions of dollars. I'm rich. And he looks and everyone's laughing. He looks at the crowd. He's like, you want to know what my neighbor does for a living? My neighbor's a dentist. So Chris Rock is a millionaire and he lives next door to a dentist. Dentists get paid. I've never seen a broke dentist in my life. Ever.
Nope.
It's the only.
And you pay for their services up front too. You don't, I mean, most of it, you don't go through insurances on a lot of things.
No, it's like a bookie. When I go to the hospital, they're calling me Mr. Sewing, and I haven't, the insurance, for as much money as I pay for insurance, they're nice. When you go to the dentist, they don't know you.
No, if you have insurance and you're still paying 90%.
I had braces after I had my kids. I look like their teenage mom. I love that. Just implants are what you want to do now. Those are expensive too, though, Pam. There's a an advertisement I get obsessively because the office is within walking distance of my house. This guy I went to high school
Mhm.
with is a dentist, and I know he's making bank because I see what kind of car he drives. But he does that. He has an implant, like a specialty implant office, where they do the surgeries right then and there. We spent thousands on my husband's teeth, bro. He smiles with open lips now. That is true.
Mm.
So far, it's cost me $325,000 for the dental work. Still more to go before that I can fix my teeth. If could you, do you know how much money that is?
That's a house.
You go around the world 9 times.
Yeah.
They'll call you
Easy.
your last name. That's a lot of money. Orthodontists are rich. Absolutely. I've never met a broke dentist or orthodontist in my life. He lost a front tooth in high school playing basketball. By 50 years old, he had to replace the temporary with a dental implant. And so I made him go all out and get braces from Professional Smile. For a Professional Smile. You know what? I don't know. Sometimes it's one of those weird things. Like maybe when I'm older, I'll get all those hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of work.
Yeah, if it's worth it to you, then and if you feel that that's gonna make you feel better,
Or I'll
absolutely.
just get those infomercial teeth that you just pop in.
Mhm.
Hey man, in the commercial they're eating corn. It's always a rip. It's just like the Hair Club for Men commercial with that guy. He was in the van with his fro. I watched it. Spray on hair.
Yeah.
I rarely say, "Oh, I wish I can get that half an hour back." I wish I can get that half an hour back. I wish I can get that half an hour back. He was all in the van. That's how they get you with emotion. I want my fro back, but I'm
Mm.
not willing to spray paint it on my head and have a chia pet growing on my head. As the surgeries have to remove much of. Oh my god! See, this is why I wouldn't get any. I was thinking about getting caps, but then they put giant T's in your teeth underneath, so you permanently have those T's
Yeah.
in your teeth. And these ones are perfect.
Mm.
It's the side ones I need help. I want you.
You could get the ones that just like that has spacers, and so it kinda, like, wraps around the top of your gum, but you just pop them in and it just fills in where you don't have any.
Cynthia, a lot of my issues are because I was raised by a man who allowed his teeth to rot out by 50 years old. And I'm fighting that and I
Yeah.
refuse to. My pops looks like a 1930s blues singer. The guy just let
Mm.
all of them rot out. I refuse to. And when he was 50, he looked like a vampire because all he had was his fangs.
Oh,
And it's funny when
well,
you say, "I want
mhm.
to suck your blood." See, it's funny the first time, but when you permanently look like that,
Mm.
dentures, just get dentures. I was thinking about that too. So the snap-on teeth are so funny. They do not work. I watch way too many. You know why? Infomercials grabbed me. Infomercials, I'm like,
Mm.
hmm. I blame my grandparents. I own 2 claws. You know the claw? My
Yeah.
grandparents were addicted to Home Shopping Network. I'd walk in their house and just sit down and they'd be watching it. Bob had 4 implants in his body, rejected them after 12,000 apiece. It was an expensive process. Good gravy. I don't have a choice. I was in so much pain. It was not funny. No, teeth are no joke.
Mm-mm.
I think that's why my pops just let them all rot out. Partials, they're all called partials. I refuse to. And I think that's like because I'm reaching that age that he was when he was just like, I think I'm just gonna let them all rot out.
But you're doing good.
That's because you see, that's the thing about certain lessons. You're either gonna learn from it or you're gonna repeat it.
Mm-hmm. Understandable. Yes.
Much how I know that the ice cream machine will not be working.
It is. It's working. I called
You know,
them.
the West Coast needs you. You come with a cape and some big Ronald shoes.
Oh no. Mm-mm. Do you know who the first Ronald McDonald was?
Who?
Who played Ronald McDonald?
Was it Wilford? Um,
Uh-huh. Keep
the
going.
guy from NBC.
Yeah, the Smucker's jam commercial and
Yes,
what a
I did in
day.
a weird.
Willard Scott.
I
Ding ding ding
forgot
ding ding
about
ding ding.
that. I totally get it, William. My sister's
Yeah.
teeth were all rotten before she was 40. Made me sad for her, but mad at her too about again hygiene. Exactly. And my father smoked pipe tobacco, so it fit his thing. You know, he didn't care, but like you don't want to let your teeth rot. He was young because I'm reaching that age now, and he was young when he let them all fall out.
You know what I always wanted to be? A health inspector.
Oh, you would rip. You would be a great. You'd walk in, they'd be like, "Oh."
I know. I always wanted that. Or they just go, oh, Jess is here. But I let some things slide. Maybe.
I did that for Carl's Jr. They hired me to go to Reno, and I'm such a baby. I literally fired the entire staff, and I stayed there at the store in Virginia for 2 weeks until they completely replaced everybody. So I'm bad because I would take too much time. I would be like, fire everybody, even the guy I didn't see that works here.
I wonder if you need a degree for that. You probably do, like a special degree.
I guarantee you there's a title that you need.
Yeah. I don't have enough titles.
Teeth are hardcore. And it honestly is a weird sore subject with me because of my predecessor. Like, I don't know. I would like to see what my siblings' teeth look like. See, but they never smoked. I smoked nicotine for 19 years. So that's a big difference. And nicotine will destroy your teeth.
So I guess we're gonna have to have a big family reunion.
No way. You can go hang out with them. I'll be in the woods with binoculars talking trash. Oh, look at how much weight this person's gained. Oh my gosh. Look how skinny this person got.
Well, I need a piece in my ear and you can just talk to me and go walk up to this
because the whole time I'd be like, oh, they're lame. They'd be talking, you'd be laughing. I'd be like, lame, 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 lame. Lies. I would be like, that's a lie. And that's a lie. And no, they did not go to France on vacation. They were in jail.
You think they would just try to be impressive, like impress me?
Oh, my family? Yeah, they're a bunch of peacocks. Are you kidding me? My family they're like, oh, you don't know I'm important? Oh my gosh. That is one thing that people say about Southern Californians that is true. Maybe it's the sunshine. I don't know what it is. We all think we're the main star. That's my whole thing when I said about why I don't go to comedy shows anymore. Maybe I'll go to one in Vegas and see if people can not talk. When I go to shows in LA, someone always ends up getting escorted out, or a YouTuber is making a video and gets because they want to get dragged out by a bunch of buff guys. That's what happened last time.
That's just wrong.
I just wanted to go see comedy. I wanted to go see. I love going to shows. When I was a kid, I saw David Copperfield. I saw crazy shows, but I love a good show. We went everywhere. So I like sitting down in a theater and shutting my mouth and watching a good show. I'm gonna try that. I bet no one's talking when Donnie's show is on. I'm gonna go see Donnie Osmond.
There you go.
I'm kidding. He defies plastic surgery.
Rod Stewart's still there.
Rod Stewart looks no, but Rod Stewart has aged. Donny Osmond looks like Donny Osmond in 1989.
We could sing his songs.
You don't remember? You
I'll
don't
have to
remember?
look
We
up
drove past the
Stewart's
casino. I was like, "Look at the picture." That
Oh, I know. You slowed right down. I'm like, whoa. He looks younger
trips
than
me
us.
out. It trips me out. He has gajillion-dollar plastic surgery. I understand.
Handsome over.
Oh.
Hi,
Hey,
Brenda. How
Brenda.
are you doing?
Hello, hello. I asked my dentist why he likes working on teeth. I think his job is gross. Again, dentists make so much money. I live in the land of yuppies. Dentists make so much money.
You do.
Great to see you,
Thank
Brenda.
you.
Hello, hello. I'm slowly working on my lemon co, which as the hour gets nigh, I don't know if I'm gonna finish it because
We have 1 hour
I'm
left. We can do
twitchy though,
this.
because I'm looking forward to my drive.
I know you are.
And I think I have everything packed. I have I think
Everything's in the car already?
except for my immediate stuff, yes. I have
Yeah.
two more bags.
Cooler's ready to go?
Oh, I have to put ice in the cooler.
Okay.
But I put a brand new filter in my refrigerator, so magically my ice box is working. Because it stopped working. I was like, oh crud, I gotta read the instructions. And it said if the green and red light is blinking, you need a new filter. And I looked and I was like, I thought it was just celebrating Mardi Gras or something. I didn't know what was going on.
Feliz Navidad.
Well, it's punishing me because I refuse to hook it up online. I came in from work, got my belly full, and went to sleep. Awesome. Got my 7 hours sleep. I'm up now.
Well, welcome in.
I'm going to be driving to Vegas this evening, so I'm drinking coffee.
Yeah. He's going to stop and get some ice milkshake.
There was a Starbucks that was right by the freeway. Well, in the more really uppity, rich, super rich part by my house, which is over by the Walmart. But they closed that Starbucks.
Oh,
I didn't know.
I guess there's.
I didn't know Starbucks closed. I feel like they moved the location though, because I don't know. It's just weird. I gotta see the one though that's towards the high school. I don't like it because they use biodegradable cups. You're laughing because behind the scenes, I had a meltdown.
Well, I wouldn't call it a meltdown. You just had a disagreement. It's not a meltdown.
And you know what's funny, Brenda? The ice machine stopped right when it started getting hot. I'm gonna after the stream, I'm gonna pack my car and then I'm gonna slowly float over.
Yeah, you're gonna have so much fun.
But I'm gonna be excuse me. I'm being honest with myself because usually I go on these mega splurging trips. And maybe the economy has caught up with Las Vegas, so we'll see what the prices are like. Because I'm I wouldn't say exclusive, but I'm a Goodwill archaeologist. Let me puff up more. I'm a Goodwill archaeologist, so
You're gonna be a rooster.
About 3 days ago, my phone I watch the strangest stuff and I'm always watching Goodwill videos. And all of a sudden people started making videos of Goodwill has lost its collective mind. And I'm like, uh-oh. Literally days before I'm about to go on my Goodwill-a-thon. So we'll see what happens. But, prices are different in every state. I live in one of the most taxed, one of the most legislated places on earth.
You are the most taxed state in all of the United States.
So whenever I cross over state line, everything's cheaper. Everything. I'm not kidding you. When mommy, well,
I'm going to Goodwill now.
And so we'll see what happens. And you know what? I'm not going to get into politics too much, but it's wrong for Goodwill to rip people off. It's wrong. They're getting that stuff for free, dude. I got back on my coffee, then went on the whole pot binge, realized it was giving me leg cramps. You know, that's me in espresso. I have to stop drinking like large amounts of espresso. It makes me too jittery. And on my drive home from Vegas last time, I was nervous. Like I was on the lam or something. We want a whole show when you get back. Done and
Absolutely.
done.
Absolutely. We want to know everything.
I'm excited. I'm gonna go to the bins, but maybe the bins might not even be open.
Why not?
That's true.
I was like, what?
Do you know when those resellers see me, they're like, oh,
here comes the cowboy.
I was thinking about, I don't know. We'll see. I am going to wear my cowboy hat though, because that does block out the sun completely. Oh, look, I keep on forgetting I shaved. Hey, hi, William. Hi.
Look at those dimples.
Sorry, the news was compelling for 10 seconds. I think the strangest state I've ever lived in was Oregon, and there was no sales tax. So you buy something and it was that amount. Totally true. Vegas is like that too. Las Vegas pays for the entire state of Nevada's sales tax. So if you live in Nevada, you don't have to pay sales tax because they make that much money off of tourism.
It's crazy.
Even with the numbers going down, if you heard how much money they make every year, you'd be like, what?
It's
billions
busy there.
Just in that one strip. Billions. Oregon was a strange place to live, but like you don't pay sales tax in Oregon, but I got hosed for taxes. Hosed. Because they assume that you're saving money because you're not, spending money on state tax. So it's one of those weird things. Because I need everything. It's because I have my boots on. Is there a place that you'd want to live but you can't afford? Like, I want to live like on the French Riviera, but I don't own like, a company like that.
Well,
or like,
I would love to live somewhere where there's a river that I can sit next to and listen to like the stream, and like lots of acreage so I can have animals. And just like a really nice big house. So I don't know. I guess that's like my dream. So will I ever be able to afford it? No. Because I don't want to be in a stone's throw of to hear my neighbors at all. I want everyone to be so far away from me.
You never know. The economy could go so bad we'll all be living in vans by the river. We'll just find a nice river.
I don't want to be in a van down by the river.
That was the threat.
Chris Farley, I don't want to be there.
My parents were like that. That was my parents' threat. You want to live in a van?
I live in a van down by the river. I can still see that Saturday Night Sketch slip with him. He's funny.
We get texts for everything. That's why when I go other places, I'm like, is what? Is this how much? I'm telling you, that's why I'm gonna go to the Goodwill, because I have a feeling I don't know. We'll see though. We'll see. Because these people didn't say what state they were in.
It's true. I think you'll be fine.
And there is like that prototype accent of American, so we all kind of sound alike. So sometimes I can't tell where someone is.
Mm.
Don't worry, you're.
I almost have all of the Southern dialects down. I can almost tell you which part of the South they're from.
I'm like that with Spanish,
Mm.
or even like if you're from Mexico, I could tell you what part.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to move to New Zealand on an island. I have friends that their own island and grow various herbs
Oh,
for cooking. Wow.
I
When
bet
I
it's
think of New
amazing.
Zealand, I think of Lord of the Rings.
I think the mountains and how beautiful they
I
are.
just want to go. I just want to see or hear my neighbors from my house that go in Virginia.
Mhm.
I, you know what? As someone who's grown up in neighborhoods, that's my thing. I don't want to have neighbors anymore.
Like, I wanna be able to walk out of my house and not care what I'm wearing, just I can just walk out of the house. Don't have any neighbors around.
Perfect example. Like when I go put my bag in my
Yes.
car after this stream, like there's going to be like 4 or 5 ring cameras that light up, and they may, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna set off
Yeah.
everyone's camera.
He's alive.
So I'm gonna move somewhere where I don't have neighbors. I live in the state of
Yeah,
confusion.
I don't
I can't remember what it was.
Yes,
What
Ron.
was it? I answered that on paperwork, and they were like, "William, you know that was official paperwork, right? Like, you know that was like official." I can't
Yeah.
remember.
But Ron, it looks like from the shorts that I watched previously that you do live in an area where it's just pretty much open space and stuff like that, and there's doesn't look like there's neighbors on top of you.
Seriously, I
So
saw the video where was that your mom firing a firearm? I want to live there. I
mm,
want to do that. I want to do that. Like in Montana, I know for a fact, at least in rural Montana, the only law they have is you can't shoot anything on your porch. It's some weird law, so you
mhm,
have to literally step off your porch.
I can do that.
Can you tell where I'm from by my writing? Yeah, I have disliked neighbor. my my neighbors watch. You know what it is? We are middle class surrounded by mansions, and some people think in their
Mhm.
head that they live in those mansions that we can see. We can see the mansions.
Oh, but that
They
is
are
their
literally
mansion.
looking
They're
down
looking
on us.
oh, it's like you're in Whoville.
And people no, because like I'll say where I'm from, and people are like, oh, that's bougie. I'm like, I live at the bottom of the hill, guy. I don't live at the top of the
Mhm.
hill. I literally live at the bottom of the hill. I don't mind hearing neighbors unless they're fighting or yelling for no good reason.
Yeah.
I live I live up the creek without a paddle.
I haven't heard that in forever. Mm.
I have good neighbors.
So, William, what's your dream?
Oh, we're gonna start singing International Harvester again. Hey, Katie, hello.
Oh, International Harvester.
See, my problem is I live in a land of perpetual sunshine, but what I want
Yeah.
requires weather. So I don't know if I'm willing to give that up. I'll
Yeah.
even put up with humidity. I live somewhere where it's dry. It never rains here.
Mhm.
Even with this El Nina hanging off the coast, it never rains here. So I like a bit more of a hot, dry climate.
Mhm. And nothing wrong with that. You could always have a second house.
I lived in the Pacific Northwest for 4 years and I loved it. I'm not anti woods, and that
Yeah.
was a real rainforest, but I like the more dry. I don't. I need to go see a psychiatrist for this. Everybody wants to live somewhere tropical. I'm like, I want to go live in the desert.
No, I just want a river. They don't have rivers around you,
That's the
though.
problem. See, that's the problem. What I want
Yeah.
requires weather. And so, because I
How far north do we have to go to get to the first river?
like Idaho, no, Utah. Well, see, northern
Utah?
Utah is different than southern Utah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Oh, that's my wife. First. Oh, awesome. First time she ever shot a pew pew. I privated it to me because I don't know if YouTube's will give me a strike. Jess and I were wondering the same thing. I loved
Yeah,
that video though, Ron. I loved
it was good.
that video. I love that reaction was so real of your wife. I love that. No joke for real. I lived across the street from a couple that fought in the garage late at night. Now this is real. You don't want to be around people that fight. It brings you down.
Mm-mm.
I love living in a desert climate. Exactly. I think with everything that ails me too, it's like a sad cure. I went out today and wiped down the car in the rain for a free car wash. Been raining for days at a time.
Yes. Oh, it finally stopped raining here probably about 5 hours ago. I thought the ark was gonna pass us.
I went and got my car
Mm.
washed because I don't want people judging me on the highway. My black car was gray because I don't wash it.
But, yeah, if it's gray, then it probably needed to be cleaned. Do you No, I'm not even gonna ask you because I know you're gonna say, "Nope."
Go ahead.
You have a name for your car?
No car.
But do you call it a girl or a boy? Do you have,
No,
like do you give
I
it
get in it and I thank it for still working. I don't look.
okay.
I grew up around mannequins. I grew up around inanimate objects. And so I don't assign souls to things. To me, it's just a tool. And if
I
it breaks down,
understand. I
like,
guess
and I had to
so.
learn this about computers. I get emotional about computers, but a computer is a
Yeah.
tool. And if it doesn't work, there's something wrong with it. Or you just don't have the, for me, I didn't have the know how for a lot of things that I had to learn, you know? I
I just
know.
had to ask.
I don't name, I try not to. I try not.
Yeah. I call mine robot car. Like, that's what its name is.
I had to wipe the pollen off. People fight like that here, and they have no chance. Oh my gosh!
Mm,
Here they take everyone to jail, so they'll give you an option: either stop fighting or everyone goes to jail, and magically people will get quiet. Because
I don't like fighting. There's no reason to fight.
strangely, the guy store
Like, why did it get
we
to that
close after the
level?
cops left and get quiet. My neighborhood's so sleepy. If people were fighting, you would know right away. It is so quiet here.
The thing is, like, there has to come to a point where you get to that escalation. Like, what did you miss? Like, what are all those triggers that you missed, or what kind of conversations did you guys have prior that you didn't really care and you just did it anyway to get to that point that you're fighting in the garage?
My parents would at least go in the car to yell at each other. They would. And they get in heated
Mm,
arguments. When I lived in Tacoma, I had to mow in the rain. I could see that. I remember the Pacific Northwest was there's a whole different breed of people up there too.
yeah.
I had a black Jeep. You could see every speck on it. My white car was easier to keep clean. You think so? I'm with William. I'm not naming inanimate objects. Thank you, Katie. They are tools. They have no soul.
But it's just fun.
Hey, I'm just
Like, I got Lucy
you know
May.
why? And I'll tell you because of my father's mannequins, I didn't realize how many people were scared of mannequins. Like phobia. Like they're like, oh, it's to me, it's just
Mhm.
17. The old ones, the porcelain ones, are just 17 pounds of plastic or plaster, you know.
Oh, the ones that I get to dress up later on in life?
I and the newer ones, the newer mannequin I found in a box. That thing is like 10 pounds of plastic. It's so weak. That's the one the eagle's on. because
Oh.
it can't handle the everyday wear and tear. Because I treat them like
Mm.
dress forms, you know.
Well, this is what I wanna do. Like, whatever you're working on, like, dress them up like that. So it kinda gives you
Yeah, but
inspiration and things like that. I'm not talking about go to the Goodwill and dress them up in
yeah,
different
but
ways.
with you,
Just whatever the
I know
style
they're
is.
all going to be dressed up like it's 1799. They're all going to have big Victorian hats, giant bows.
Bows. Look, I didn't even think about that. No, I wouldn't do that to you. No. But I think, like, whatever you're on, like, where your mind's going, your inspiration's going, that's what I would want to dress them up as just to help you, you know, because that's what I would want. But that's just me.
I
So,
have I have this weird thing about not naming things, but I'll tell you the
yeah.
honest truth. It's because when I was 6 or 7 years old, I fell in love with like a blue ribbon pig, and my pops gave me the speech.
Yeah.
He's like, look, after the state fair, this thing's gonna be a whole lot of bacon, a whole like. So I don't name things. Oh man, I remember that.
Um, if you watched my long arm video, I said, "Oh, I need to name my long
Ugh.
arm." And Ollie's the only one that came up with it, but I don't remember what he called it. I'd
And
have
I'm
to
not
look
a
it up.
name shamer, you know? Like I'm not just because I
Yeah.
don't do anything, I don't frown upon anyone doing anything ever. I have
Hmm,
strange, rigid rules.
here we go.
Oh man, usually I get Carl's Jr. before I leave, but I don't feel like spending $27 on a combo.
Oh, you ready for the
Yeah.
name? Wolfert T. Justice, the long arm of the law.
I like that.
That's what he sent to me in my
That's right there
message.
with Cleophas Weatherspoon, Alabaster the first.
Is that your dog's
It's a
name?
rotating name. I add a name on
I think we're gonna have to
Cleophas
get
Car.
whatever animal you call that, like a portrait. I don't know.
Yes, Cleopas Carver,
Or maybe
Washington, Alabaster, Washington.
as long as I don't have to say all of those names. Cleophas is good enough.
They do that here
Hmm.
too, Rita. We have a ton of street races. It's become, you know, what's really funny? When I was a kid, it like we'd have street races every week. The cops would pull up and not say a word. These kids are hitting each other with their cars. Like, I don't know what it is. They
Yeah.
can't handle it, or more, or it's more of them. I think I don't know because it was so bad here that the cops opened up the speedway and would let us race. So I don't know. I don't know. Oh
Really?
yeah, because there's one strip of road, and still to this day, the city doesn't work on it, and it's choppy now. It is so choppy.
I think it's always dangerous when kids try to do donuts in the middle of a really narrow road. And I always see that on the country roads, like, you see where the kids just whipped around and spun their wheels.
It's yeah, yeah, because it's people without experience doing professional
Yeah.
moves.
Unless it's ice, that's the only time I've ever
Oh
done a
man, we're
donut.
showing our age right now.
So,
Those young whippersnappers, get off my road.
mm,
But it's true though. Like they're, you know,
yeah.
and you know what it is. I'll tell you. After my car accident, I stopped buying fancy trucks. I stopped driving fast. I like my a car accident changed my life because my black truck was lowered. It was a show truck, and like
Mm,
I don't know. None of it is worth dying over. Let me tell you.
that's right.
But that's
You're
what old
right.
people say.
We're not old, so no. No. Like, I wonder when that point will come across, like, "Okay, now we're old." Hmm.
It's
Just not yet.
situational. It's
Not yet.
honestly, it's situational when
Definitely.
people will say something and I'm like, oh, that was 25 years ago and I was there. Like it's all situational.
Yeah.
I name my dolls and
I
stuffed
agree.
animals, but that's it, I think. It's one of those weird things. I agree something with friends who named their cars to me, and that was the weirdest things humans use. Entirely too many labels, which makes life overly complicated. I say this about the younger generation all the time. That is so true, Katie. Well put. That is so well put. Gotta head out for the night. Thank you so much for stopping by, Paranormal. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Nick. Maybe I'll be around later. I don't know. I don't know yet because I'm working on some
I'm gonna be
stuff too.
driving
So
through the desert on a horse with no name, so I'll put you on. Been to the desert on a horse with no name. Mm-mm-mm. That's another song that you can't play on YouTube Shorts. It's in my
really,
computer. I have a whole list of songs that you can't play on YouTube. That's my jam. That la 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 la. That's my jam. And YouTube will take my channel down. I only named my featherweight.
so I bet
I refuse to ever grow
I
up.
bet if you did your own audio recording and put it over it.
I'm down. I have an acoustic. That is 3 strums and a la la la.
La, 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 la. Absolutely. I'll harmonize and I'll be your la la la.
Oh, now that song is stuck in my head. On the first day. I love that song. Have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Yep. Have a good stream. He comes on at 12:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, I mean, that's like at 3:30 in the morning. Oof. Or maybe that's 12:30 my time and 9:30 your time.
Yeah, it's probably 9:30.
Maybe it's 9:30 your
Because I was
time.
watching
Is that
I think
true?
I watched
Are you
like
at 9:30?
I think I watched last week's like a replay of last week.
Yeah. Because I know it says 12:30, but I can't remember. Like, I'm stuck on West Coast time half the time, and so I don't know where I am.
For the most part, my phone corrects East Coast, West Coast. There has been times though where I'll turn in a game and I'm like, oh, this has been on for 2 hours. See, but you don't get that. Like, there is a real East Coast bias. Like, if you watch ESPN, they're showing the Mets, they're showing the Yankees, they're showing the Nationals. They have a West Coast edition of SportsCenter for that very reason, because there's such a bias.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, when I was younger, but I was looking at it today, and there was some games that started at 1:10 in the MLB, and I'm like, "Oh my word, that's like 10:30 in the
Oh
morning over
yeah,
there."
and I'm gonna campaign until my face falls off that we need to bring back the 11 a.m. World Series day game.
Well, apparently that happened today, but it wasn't the World Series.
Well, this time of year, I'll wake up and I'm like, oh man, the Dodgers are in the 9th inning. What is going on?
Yeah. They were
Yeah,
playing at 10:30 this morning because that's the only reason why I thought of it. I was like, "Oh, all these West Coast people,
they
they're working. They're doing their
we
thing.
missed the games.
Why do we have a West Coast game on at 10:30 in the morning?"
You know what though?
It's not a West it was on the East Coast, but still.
My phone is really hardcore. Like I have the ESPN app. Man, they let me know, like, especially if Otani hits a home run or anything.
Mm.
Well, when the Kings are playing, they let me know. But we lose to Edmonton every year on a
What about Freddie
horse
Freeman?
we know that horse's name.
Freddie Freeman.
Cause there ain't no one to give you no pain. Da da. I love that. That and Radar Love.
Mm.
One time
Mm.
I had that experience where I was driving. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
When I was driving on that dark, dusty highway and that song came on in the middle of the night. I love that
Mm.
song.
Are you gonna pull over and look at the stars?
That's one of the reasons that I'm glad that I'm driving at night. I poke along because once I get out in Mojave, it is you and
Yeah,
the Milky Way. And being on the highway, you are the light. Like the street lights, those are the lights, you know. So once
yeah.
you pull away from that, it's so strange to look up and see your place in the galaxy.
I would think that would be absolutely 110%
I'm,
amazing.
you
You have
know,
no idea.
I'm from a place of nothing but light pollution. So it is something else to look up and see everything.
It's nothing. Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah, it's
amazing.
it's crazy.
Oh, now I'm jelly.
I
Wasn't jelly until I said the stars. Now I'm done.
think
Hmm.
the only day trip I ever took was with you and Thanksgiving. Because I
Mm.
know this people are always like, "Oh, come hang out with me." I spend a lot of holidays alone.
So the next time I fly in, I need to fly in at night? Is that what you're saying?
If you want to. I like the night drive. It's not
Yeah.
as scenic though because you see
Yeah.
nothing.
I've already seen it
Because
once.
you see nothing because you're out in the desert.
No, I want to experience the stars next.
Oh, Terry, it's unreal. It's one of those things. Like there was a video a while ago of a guy who saw a rainbow and started crying. And it's one of those
Oh,
no, I'm so sorry. It was a double rainbow. But like people
mm,
trashed him for it. There's something else
God.
seeing how microscopic you are in the universe. How like much of a speck of dust we are.
We'll talk after the stream.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
Mm.
And like it's a strange thing to look up and the Milky Way is there and it's milky. You get a
Yeah.
glass.
I just wonder if I could, with having that many stars that you could see, if I could actually pick out the constellations like I can here. Like, that would be my
Well,
question.
if for 2 or 3 years I sat on the side of my house and tracked the Little Dipper and Cassiopeia because those are the two that are you can see from my house with light pollution and
Oh, you
everything.
can see
You can
that.
see the Little Dip and Cassiopeia. Depending on time of the year, it's either a W or an M. So if you know where you are, you could spot it. But it is weird when you see Cassiopeia and there's a million other stars around.
Yeah. Like, usually, Delphina's 7 sisters are right near
Yeah.
Cassiopeia. And so I can pick out those, and then I pick out the summer triangle for the girls because it's easier for them to look at, and then Ursa Major, Ursa Minor, AKA Big and Little Dipper. Um, let's see, Orion and Orion's Belt, Hercules, we can normally see that from our house. So,
Once with my telescope, I
yeah.
saw Jupiter with 4 moons in the eye of Jupiter. Quite rare to get all of that in a view.
Wow.
I
Oh,
love it when Jupiter's in view. I
amazing.
love pulling out my telescope because it lets people know that, like, we live our everyday lives and people are like, oh, Jupiter's huge. Dude, it's humongous.
Meteor showers.
Oh, there was one of my trips I went. The stars and skies are different up here. I only spot a couple of
Yeah.
them, but that I recognize. The rest escapes me. This happened to me, Katie. Anytime I'm not near the West Coast, if I'm like anywhere that's completely flipped of where I am, because I'm one of those people, I can use the stars to navigate where I am, but it's because I spent 2 years sitting on the side of my house mapping the stars in my little tiny region.
So when Temecula's coming is around, there's a meteor shower that around that time. But there's a really nice one in July, at the end of July, and November 17th.
Okay.
So keep that in the back of your brain.
Interesting.
I know what I said.
No, Temecula is pretty. There's no light pollution out there. That's pretty country.
Because my
Most
Highlanders
of
are out there.
California is farmland. We have major cities in the hub. LA is a megatropolis, but besides that, it's all farmland or desert. Or
Yeah.
forest if you go north.
I do want to see the redwood someday. I mentioned that to you.
Well, it's the same with the sun. In Florida, I could tell you what time of the day it was based on where the sun is, but here in Greenland, the sun moves circular, and I'm at total loss for that. I would be too. Like in Alaska, when they have 16 hours of sunlight, I'd be walking around with a blackout mask on. I've actually watched videos of people. I don't want to. Was it Norway or somewhere where they
when they had the whole like 24 hours.
They were
sun.
showing like how they live and how they black out their house and everything to sleep.
I've watched a couple documentaries and like YouTubers or something that's above the Arctic Circle. Yeah.
I can't even tell you which way is north here. That's so weird to me because, and I know what you're saying, because where I live, west, I could tell you exactly which direction, but I always think of where's the ocean, because I live within 35 miles of the ocean, so I can literally turn and be like, okay, that's west.
Well, you're that way.
And you're that way.
2,500 miles that
way. East is directly that way.
Yeah, high five.
Oh, now I would walk 500 miles
times 5. Would walk 500 more.
I've seen the redwoods.
Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. That's our halfway.
I'm gonna come in a covered wagon.
No, you won't. You're funny. What are you gonna do? Take your car and make it a covered wagon?
No, I'm gonna pull a covered wagon in my car and I'll have the kid drive, and I'll wave, and I'll move the reins like I'm doing something, even though it's just doing nothing.
I'll just be in my Acura. I'll just meet you somewhere. I'll tell Isaiah, leave your father here. Let's go get something to eat.
Katie, the sequoias are beautiful. Yeah, we're up to 19 hours of daylight now. We're getting closer to our 22 hours of daylight mark.
It's interesting how that happens, but yeah, June 21st is coming.
Surrounded by ocean. I watched a documentary when I was a kid about a baseball team in Alaska, and it was just the strangest thing to me. I love that song too. I get geeked out with that song. That's a Doctor Who song too. Just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. I love that song too.
With a Highland cow.
No, there's just certain songs that are they're happy songs. You know what I'm saying? So they like.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. I'm not one of those people. I don't go looking for songs that make me cry. So I listen to a lot of happy music.
There's a lot of country songs that would make other people cry that I'm just happy to listen to them. I just love them.
I think it's because I grew up, like, my parents would listen to a lot of like really heartfelt stuff. My dad had this thing about Linda Ronstadt. I will start crying if you put Linda Ronstadt on. Joan Baez. And she started, oh my gosh, Jim Croce, John Denver. That stuff makes me cry.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, John Denver too. Yes, I see where you're going with that. Mhm.
And coincidentally, John Denver sang at the 1984 World Series. I
Game
can't
2,
remember who it
right?
was. No, yeah, he sang in San Diego.
Mhm.
And see,
'Cause we talked
we
about
now know
this.
that he was jacked up. He was having a good old time. But in the 7th inning stretch, he sang 3 songs, and they literally had to cut his mic off.
He was just
He was
ready.
hot with his mushroom haircut.
Do you know that every time I drive through West Virginia, I put him on?
It just that reminds me of my John Denver. Just certain songs remind me of my childhood.
And he's gonna take the cow back with him, but yes, don't forget the cow.
Got the first blockhead 6 block today. I love doing them with no finish
Yeah.
goal in mind.
That's the plan tomorrow is to make a video of that, Brenda. So I already have my fabrics picked out. I'm so excited.
John, see, Terry knows. See, Terry knows. If you look at Celtic Thunder on YouTube, they do a great rendition of that song. I'll have to check that out. I probably have seen it. I'll
Okay.
definitely have to check that out.
I definitely
John,
will.
I,
Yes, you.
there's a game that Raleigh Fingers admitted to being on the Tony Montana sauce, and I went back and watched that game, and I'm like, oh, this is hard to watch. And so when I saw John Denver running through the crowds in San Diego in 1984, my brain was like, I know why he's running. It's not because he's excited, you know? So I was like, oh, John, they got you on camera.
Yeah, poor guy. We were just starting to walk.
Had no idea how complicated life is.
Nope.
But you know what, though?
We were
Again,
running.
I try not to look back and judge. I watch a ton of Frank Zappa interviews. He was sitting on the moon
Yeah.
with a space helmet. The guy's eyes, his pupils were just, oh man, hard to spot micro dots. You know, that was just that
Mhm.
era. I plan on doing mine blockhead this weekend.
Oh, cool. I can't wait to see it, y'all. Send me some pictures. I would love to see them. I'll reveal my fabric tomorrow. My mom called me, and we usually do the Missouri Star box, like a mystery box or Advent box,
Awesome.
sorry. And we're not doing that this year. So she asked me to pick a pattern and fabric, and that's what she's going to buy me this year. And we're going to make a quilt together.
Awesome. Aw,
Yeah.
that's
I was like,
awesome.
oh, thanks.
He wasn't
But
streaking Terry, but he was running through the crowd, and he had that mush. I call it the mushroom cut. I don't know what that 1970s cut was called. They looked like he looked like a mushroom.
I'm still getting used to you without your beard.
By the time you see me, it'll be back. It'll be full custard. Like in a month, it's gonna grow back. I something's happened to me in my older age.
It's because above my piano is a picture of like where the Civil War, you have because Dustin's really big into the Civil War, where you have the Union and the Confederate, and they're both signing the end of the war. And it's just like, and I was dusting my piano, and I looked up and I was like, yeah, I guess that could be William. Oh, it was Robert E. Lee, and then I don't know whoever the other guy was. I can't think off the top of my brain, but it's
it
okay.
was the bowl cut. But they had the perfect in Doctor Who. Adric, the character had it too. It was a bowl cut, but it had this perfect hoop around their ear. Like they looked like mushrooms.
Those I call them helmet cuts.
The bowl cut. They I don't know.
No, it could be a bowl, but if like they cut around the ears, I call that the helmet.
Again, I'm not talking trash. Everyone rocked it in that era. And you know what? In my era, the mullet was huge.
Oh, it was huge
Remember
here
when I
too.
told you I was like, who sang Gang 3 in 1992? It was Billy Ray Mullet. and who was the other?
Business in the front, party
Who
in the
was the
back.
other person who sang at the national anthem? I can't remember now. But they all had.
It was a
What's that?
woman that we talked
I
about.
can't.
Peggy, Pat,
No,
no.
there was a country singer.
Oh, Clint Black. Was it
No, it
Clint
was
Black?
somebody else because I knew the name.
Oh,
Thank
Travis
you.
Tritt.
His mullet. He looked like he was playing for the Pittsburgh Penguins. His mullet was so fierce.
Man, Travis Tritt and we go back a long way.
I just placed an order with Missouri Star today. See, that's why I don't bring my credit card on vacation. Because I'll walk into So Yeah and be like, if you don't tell anybody, I won't tell anybody how much money I spent.
The blockhead blocks are from Moda. So you need to go to the Moda website, and that'll all be on my description box tomorrow when I come out with it. So it's a really nice block. I've already watched a couple of people make them, so it's a simple block.
That's what you think my family would buy me sewing products, but no. I even like with my Starbucks cards, I've learned just put people in one realm. Be like, I only want sewing supplies, and just tell them this is all I want.
Yeah.
Because I don't drink alcohol, and people would give me booze, and I would tell them, and I would give it to people, and people would be like, tell them next time you want, tell more, do like. So I started telling people I want coffee, and now I got 1 million Starbucks cards. You know.
As a teacher, sometimes the parents would come in and go, "I know you need this," and they'll set it on my desk, and I'm like, they're like, "Merry Christmas, Mrs. Wilkie," and I'm like, "Okay, thanks," and I don't drink, and I'm like, "Okay, what am I gonna do with it?" So my like 21-year-old neighbor, I was like, "Hey, girl, come on over." And so I'd give it, my teacher neighbor, I'd give it to her and go, here you go.
I gave a handle of tequila to Isaiah's, I believe, 1st or 2nd grade teacher.
Well, sometimes they need it. But
she was in a room of like 16 ASD kids. I gave her a literal handle of tequila. I was like, you're my hero. I follow Lisa. Is that Lisa Borgen?
I believe, yes.
But Monoblock is what you'd search for.
Yeah. So, well, it's fun. This is the 6th one, and I really want to do Motorhead Block 5 too. I started 4 and never finished it, but I said this year I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this summer thing.
I went to So Yeah, and they, once they figured out I was serious, they walked around with me and helped me out, and I actually got to meet people, and I still don't know who the mustache guy is.
Oh,
Salt of the earth. Salt of the earth. Just nice dude.
I wonder which one it was, Zach or Tiankum, or was it one of the brothers?
It's one of the ones that's always on the thing. It's always on the stream.
So it's Brody, Tiankum, and Zach.
Yeah, I know the difference. Yep. I don't know the difference.
Did he have glasses?
I didn't. I'd seen them a couple of times. One of the reasons I watched them is because I had a design for a simple black and white design. They took that literally was what I was going to do with the sewing machine. And so they stopped me from, I'm so glad I didn't get 100 of those shirts made. But I really wasn't into them. I just knew that place was popular, and I went there. Google is your friend.
Yeah. I really feel that you need a t-shirt.
I do.
The House of Sewing or patent pending. Seriously, you do need a t-shirt. I know a couple people that would buy them.
I like the simple idea. Like, I like the So Yeah logo, but then there's a bunch of other logos that are like that because it's just the old-timey sewing machine. Is there a patent on that?
No.
Can I just because I literally was just gonna have my so-called life with the exact same sewing machine as So Yeah. Oh, maybe I can do it with a touch and sew. My so-called life in a touch and sew.
Touch and sew. But now theirs is more like it's the sewing machine itself is like fatter and like bubblier. I don't know. It's like rounder. So you could change just the dynamic of the sewing machine a little bit.
You're right, because I have a patch. It's like a golden gray patch, and it's a sewing machine. You're
Yeah.
right, because
You
there
know,
can't
just
be like, you can't patent that, can you? I don't know.
no, you can't patent it. It's a picture. No.
I forgot to buy it. I forgot to drink it when I buy it. I wanted wine on 4th of July 4 years ago, but bought some that day. It's still sitting unopened in my cabinet, unopened.
Mm,
I don't drink, so I give away booze. Like there
yeah.
are people who are so disappointed that I started asking for coffee. I'm gonna start asking for sewing supplies. When Brenda said that, my brain was like, hey, for Christmas next year, I should tell everybody just buy me sewing supplies and see what happens.
You, you could create your own little Amazon list and go, oh, you want to know what I want? Here you go. And then they just snap a picture of the QR code and it brings them right to your Amazon
My
list.
problem is, unless it's my like, ooh, this is shiny. I own everything. I own everything. And so, I try to be practical. That's why I haven't gone sewing machine crazy this year.
Well, we are going for the 300 ruler wall. People don't know that yet.
Well, you just let the cat out the bag.
You guys, so 300 different types of rulers. Different types of rulers. Okay, I'm done. Yes. We're making a wall, a pegboard wall. And so whatever somebody needs, boom, grab it and go. Just put it back. I don't even think there's 300 different types of rulers out there, unless you go to like multi-select, and then you go to creative grids, and you go to Omni, and that's the only, and then you have repeats. But
let me sip my coffee while I'm saying this. What size anchor do you need, Terry? I own an anchor for a P row. I own an anchor. I own all kinds of anchors. I do. Not for like a cruise ship. That'd be cool if I had chains the size of my body outside. But yeah, I actually do. And in one of my videos, I jokingly I actually said that to somebody, and I thought I was going to get jumped by a bunch of little old ladies. You've seen that video where I was like, you have no idea what would happen to me for this sewing machine. But that happened in real life. They literally surrounded me. They literally surrounded me.
yes, Ollie, he's going to have at least a 10,000-foot square building, a pegboard wall. There's just different things that he's dreaming up that will have to be part of this place. There's going to be a golf cart that goes from one end to the other.
What are those? Librarian's ladder.
Yes,
I've always
librarian's
just
ladder. We
wanted
have to
one.
have that.
I see them at the grocery store.
Me too.
They have those ladders at the grocery store. I'm like, how can I justify having this at my house? Terry, let's go fishing right now. I'm ready. I got the anchor, the boat. Let's go.
He'll take you deep sea
I
fishing.
even have a ship's wheel.
Oh,
Actually, I have multiple.
storage unit? Because I don't see it. It's
No,
gotta
I
be in the
think
storage
I
unit.
did because I repainted my mom's house, and my mom was like, oh, she's like, this ship's wheel has been here for 50 years. Get it out of my house. And I took it home. So I have a literal ship's wheel. It's huge. It was in my parents' house. When you walked in, there was a ship's wheel.
Mm.
Ruler wall would be nice. So far, my favorite ruler is So Yeah brand. See, we have to have a whole So Yeah section.
No, it's yellow. No, it's me. My daughter just got out of the bathtub and there's steam.
Ah! I was about to run. I'm ready.
Yeah, they forgot to leave the door open. And do you think they would use
It
the
happens at my house too. No, it
so
happens at my house too. My it happens at my. I'm ready. I thought that was my house. I was like, oh, I've been waiting my whole life to put a fire out. I've been waiting my whole life. I am ready.
do you have something that's on that's would catch fire? I
I'm
mean,
flammable.
you have a
I'm
candle on,
I'm
don't
a
you?
I'm a fire hazard. So I have fire extinguishers ready at all times. I'm surprised.
It's okay, babe.
I'm
It's all right.
surprised there's not one under here.
But it's right outside my door.
I
That's
had no
why,
idea you would say yes. You have. I have multiple. My father was in the Navy, but my parents were obsessed with old timey collectibles. So I have all kinds of weird stuff. Oh yes, if I have 100 good rulers, and I started quilting 11 years ago, I thought all I needed was the rulers.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I know. Oh, yes, Fons and Porter. Yes, there's so many different people that yeah. I don't like the yellow either, Terry. Don't like the yellow. So Yaz rulers are yellow. Supposedly, it's just easier on the eyes to cut with and to measure.
steam from the shower I was running to. I'm telling you. You know what? Because no,
They could
mine
put
beeps because there's one right above my son's bathroom. So in my house,
yeah.
like I know when he's out of the shower because I hear the beep beep. Like it doesn't
Mhm.
go off. I was like, oh no, did I leave the? I was like, oh no, I left the stove on or something crazy. I thought I did something crazy.
Oh. Will you go through the house a couple times just to make sure everything's off before you leave?
Oh, I do that. I'm
Yeah.
such a baby. There was one time I was 10 miles away. I turned around and came back just to check. I'm a baby.
Yeah.
When it comes to that, like I want my house to still be here.
Oh, and yeah.
Oh, oh, that was hilarious. That was a good way to end the show. Do you have a hard-boiled ostrich egg? No, after what I saw happen at the Chandler Ostrich Festival, it scarred me because I saw a human feeding an ostrich leg to an ostrich. And so I
Mhm.
became an ostrich. What is that? I'm like I don't know. I gained respect for ostrich.
You're a
So I
humanitarian
would
for
never have an
ostriches now?
ostrich egg.
Mm.
Ostrich rights. I like that it sticks and doesn't slide when I'm cutting.
You just wanna ride them.
I do want to ride an ostrich. I did. You know what? I like wild rides. Do you know before the stream started, um,
Mm.
I told Twinny McTwin because um driverless cars are like a horror movie to me. So I said, I'm gonna get in
Yeah.
one of those, get up to the window and go, ah, the entire time it's driving. I'm just gonna scream like, ah. But I bet you gotta pay for that. But I don't want to pay to lose my voice. So that day, and that was 20 something years ago. So it made me all like, we must protect ostriches because I didn't know people rode them. I didn't know it was a thing. Chandler, Arizona. That day, that was a crazy day. The ostrich age would feel like 30. Would feel like 30 of us out on here. Ostrich
Yeah.
advocate, be their voice, William. I'm telling you, Terry. I'm telling you, it traumatized me that day. I honestly
Mm.
used my stripology ruler more than anything else.
Tripology rulers. I want one for when I do all my strip piecing, but it's just I haven't bite the bullet yet. They're a little on the pricey side.
You taught me what to look for as well. You taught me what to look for as well. So when I see
Oh,
them, I'll now know. No, because um, I guarantee you, I've walked past a gajillion rulers thinking they're just something that you scribble on in your school, in your trapper keeper. For all my young, cool, hip kids out there.
I know I found those 2 of them the last time we were together,
It's because you have the
and I
eye.
actually have one that matches.
I'm gonna walk around like.
Mm, when it comes to sewing supplies, I got you.
All right, we have gone around Jupiter twice. I'm starting to get. I'm trying to not get excited. But you know what's funny? The drive to Vegas is always so exciting.
No.
The drive home, I'm like, oh man, I'm so tired. Why did I come here? But the drive there, I'm singing like.
You're gonna have so much fun.
A
Yeah.
cracked ostrich egg. We'll fill a pitcher. I feel like I know that, or I should know that.
Mm.
Oh,
I didn't know it was that much, but
I will
amazing.
be back at it.
I
I
mean,
will
they're
be
large.
back at it on Saturday. 20 Make Twin, thank you so much.
Oh, no, what am I gonna
Thank
do
you so
Friday?
much for joining. Thank you so much for joining 20 Make Twin. Popey McPope, straight from the
Yeah.
Vatican.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you so
welcome.
much.
It's always a pleasure to be
I'll
on with
be
you.
back at it on Saturday with my many tales. I'm honestly gonna go hunting more for fabric than anything else.
Oh, good. So you're planning on going to that swap meet down in Henderson
Well,
that we talked about?
we'll see. We'll see if they're open when I'm there, because I don't
Okay.
know how long. I don't know how long
Yeah.
my tolerance is for. Because like 2 days is good. 3, I'm like I want to go home. I'm like a little kid after 3 days.
Mm.
Never heard of stripology. When I saw that, I'm like, another brand to look up, another rabbit hole. I think
It
ostrich
is. It is.
was a combo on here recently. Yes, it was. No, it's because ostriches live rent free in my head.
No, I have a book in the making, somebody said. And there's a book. There's actually a book on my computer with William and
Thank
the
you so
Ostrich.
much, Cynthia. Thank you so much. There's a
Yeah.
learning curve. I
Yeah.
suggest to get their booklet. I've learned to read the instructions. I know that's crazy, but after a while. So, 20 McTwin, thank you so much. Saturday, huh?
Yeah.
Same bad time. Hopefully,
I'll see you Saturday.
well, I was gonna say something, but I just realized the score of the hockey game.
I don't know. No, there won't be any more hockey games.
But there's always next year. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Brenda. Seriously, guys, thank you so much to anyone who watches this in the replay. I'm sitting in the sun right now like this. I'm giving my chin a tan. Don't worry. The beard will be back, but I got to give it a break every once in a while. Thank you.
I like seeing your dimples
Thank you
every now and then.
so much. Seriously. I will see everybody on Saturday. And until then, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely see you next time.